and welcome back to the WGL APAC Season 2, Week 5, Day 2, Match number 4. It's our last match for tonight.
A lot of numbers.
A lot of
Jordan,
numbers.
It'll be
It's
a
a bit
lot
of a
of
mouthful.
numbers. Yeah, a lot of numbers flying out in this match. Hopefully it is, of course. Wargaming taking on the Horsemen.
I hope so, because that's what I've got written down on my sheet.
Yeah, well, I hope so too, because that's what I just read off your sheet. But no, I think it is. Wargaming, obviously, we haven't seen them play this weekend yet.
Not yet.
And, I mean, it will be interesting to see how Wargaming play, because obviously recently they've struggled, but then, you know, pulled out a few odd wins.
Yeah, they
in the
actually
last
bit meltdown from memory.
Exactly, exactly.
So, yeah, that was a bit of an upset, I suppose. They've actually won 2 out of their last 5 games, which is not too bad considering the position that they're in the ladder. But for Horsemen, things have not gone so swell either. They did obviously have a difficult time in the last couple of weeks. They've been having some poor results, but they seem to be back on the winning train, picking up a win yesterday. It was admittedly against Dark Wolves, which wasn't, you know, the most difficult of opponents, but a nice warm-up.
Yeah.
And again, this matchup here for them against Wargaming should, in theory, not be a particularly difficult for them. But in saying that, you know, like last time these two teams faced, it was actually a 5-4. It was a very, very long series. Horsemen almost allowed Wargaming to run away with the win.
Yeah.
So, you know, Horsemen still need to be on their toes. This Wargaming roster, it can definitely upset teams. I think that's fair to say.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. And of course, on this Wargaming roster, like we normally say, you know, you've got to look out for the key players. And on Wargaming, you know, Shino Zakat, Yusa Shan Power, particularly Happiness has been doing quite well recently. So some of the big players. Till recently hasn't been doing so well though.
Yeah.
Till they put him back into the tier 8s.
Well, Horsemen, on the other hand, they have added a new player to their roster, Hokyao. We saw him playing yesterday. Looked pretty good for the Horsemen. He actually did the top damage for them in that series against Dark Wolves. So I think that he sort of slipped into that lineup pretty nicely. Whether or not we'll see him tonight, I don't know. But definitely was a nice addition to their team from the looks of things. Horsemen obviously sitting in ladder position number 4 at the moment, though tentatively. Meltdown really hot on their heels, so I think Horsemen are going to hope to really have a good game tonight here, get the maximum points out of it, and elevate themselves up the scoreboard just a little bit.
That's definitely what they are going to be shooting for. And yeah, I will be interested to see how Wargaming kind of structured their roster, because they have swapped around roles recently. But here we go in our head-to-head matchup, OBOV and T4.
What a grin from T4. He's having a good time in that photo. But these two guys are sort of the flex players a little bit for their roster. They do tend to swap around their tanks more often than not. They'll be in the tanks that you know, need to be on each map. They're not always in a bat chat or always in a 113 or whatever have you. They do swap around a lot. So, you know, at the moment, my team's doing reasonable amounts of work for their team. OBOV, definitely a good addition though for Horsemen this season. He came in having not played for the Horsemen last season, but he's definitely done a good amount of work for them. I think it's fair to say.
Absolutely, and that's reflected there in the average accuracy, which, by the way, was very, very low for Mr. T4.
Yeah.
At under 60%, which, like, I think my accuracy is probably higher than that.
Oh, well,
so,
who knows?
You know, obviously, these teams, they do get a lot of, you know, blind fire, spam shots occasionally, but given that the average is somewhere around the mid-70s, you know, having 59%, really a little bit low there. So hopefully T4 can step it up a little bit in this one, but OBOV, like you said, has been performing quite strong. And in terms of other members on the Horsemen that we definitely look to perform quite well today, Sphinx is one. You know, it's been a little bit
up and down
recently, for sure. But look, he comes from EL Gaming. He used to be known as Flag last season when he played for EL. So there's no reason why he can't be, you know, the one topping the scoreboard every game for the Horsemen.
Yeah, definitely. Speaking of topping the scoreboard, I mean, it's really been Nandesu and Archon who've been doing the heavy lifting for Horsemen throughout all of the play. I mean, Sphinx was up towards the top in the early couple of weeks, but he seems to have dropped off a little bit lately. So we have seen definitely Archon stepping up and Nandesu stepping up as well for the Horsemen. But those two guys, and as well as Sphinx, I think need to have a good match tonight. Looking at the I almost did an Alex Blakey there saying tank picks, but looking at the map picks for tonight, Prokhorovka taken away by Wargaming, and Ghost Town by Horsemen. That's interesting for me. Ghost Town banned by Horsemen. It's a map that Wargaming have not won a round on
and
after
Horsemen
8 plays,
on.
and Horsemen are good on.
So that does make no sense.
That really does make no sense.
Steps for Wargaming, not a brilliant map for them You know, like they're better at Muravanka. I think they're maybe even better at Ruinberg. They're better at a lot of things. but
Yeah.
Strange.
Himmelsdorf, not too bad.
It's all right.
Can't fault them for that one. Muravanka taken away by Horsemen. That is a map that they have played a little bit this season, but not to a huge amount of success. Ruinberg then taken by B Gaming. Fair enough. Mines by the Horsemen. I'm not sure I'm a fan of that pick. I think it's B Gaming's probably best map on paper, and it's a map which Horsemen have struggled on this season.
Interesting. I mean, look, I don't really think it's their best map on paper because Muravanka actually is.
Oh, well.
But I suppose they haven't played too many games on Muravanka, so it is hard to say that. But look, overall, I think this map sort of pick lineup does mean that we will be in for a bit of a closer battle than perhaps expected, because we expected some interesting predictions, which we'll get to in a bit.
Yeah, well, Steps to me is a bit of a toss-up. Himmelsdorf probably going the way of Horsemen, and then Mines again. I'm thinking that one could be a toss-up as well. Cliff probably a little bit more favoured towards the Horsemen. I would have liked to have seen Cliff come out earlier, actually, from the Horsemen.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's going to be Steps 2-0 to the Horsemen. Himmelsdorf maybe one apiece. Mines maybe one apiece, and then Cliff 2-0.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be surprised to see the first two maps 2-0. The Horsemen, look, they're actually pretty good on Himmels.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to say, really, because Horsemen have been so up and down. B Gaming have been so up and down. It really could come down to which of these two teams turns up tonight. I know I said the same thing about Current Tiger and EO Gaming, but things have just been really, really inconsistent this season in WGL APAC. So hard to see, you know, which team's going to come out of this one with the advantage. We're all thinking Horsemen are going to be probably the stronger one tonight. I've given B Gaming a little bit more than both you and Max, but, you know, when I was thinking about this one, I was like, you know, B Gaming could show up, Horsemen could not show up. I'm going to go 5-3. It's kind of in the middle, but it definitely could be a 5-1 here if Horsemen really just show up and roll over B Gaming.
I put down 5-1. That is if, you know, good Horsemen turn up. That's if Sphinx is making the plays, if they're, you know, picking the smart tanks, if they're doing, you know, their proper strategies on steps, then I really feel as though it could be a 5-1. But look, a 5-3, that would mean that B Gaming's having a really good night.
Yeah.
Not out of the question, of course, but yeah, there we go. And I wonder what you guys at home think might be the end result of this matchup. Don't be afraid to let us know on Twitter with the hashtag WGLAPAC, at WGLAPAC as well. And I know, Jordan, that we've got a few entrants already into our quest for today, which is the WGL APAC Celebrity Tanker.
Oh, the Celebrity Tanker.
The Celebrity Tanker. And, of course, anyone could be a celebrity tank. You don't have to play in the Asia server. You can play in any server around the world and still be a celebrity here in APAC. So we'll definitely be reading out the winners of that one at the end of the show tonight. But first, we've got some tanking to get to, Jordan.
Yep, B Gaming and Horsemen. First map is Steps. It's been a map that, you know, Horsemen have played a lot this season. Only a 40% win rate overall, so that's why I'm thinking, you know, maybe they could be a bit shaky here. B Gaming haven't played it too much, though. So it is definitely a possibility for Horsemen to step up here and take the 2-0 early on in the piece. If they can do that, they can get a bit of momentum going in their favor. Then potentially they can start to roll over B Gaming. But I think if B Gaming can start off here with getting at least one round on Steps, then we're probably in for a bit of a longer series.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Steps here, I mean, I've never really felt that B Gaming have been an amazing Steps team.
No.
But Horsemen, if they get into the groove and Steps, they can look really, really good. You know, it's a wide open map. It suits their sort of play style of kind of lots of mobility. They like mobility. They like those slightly more mobile tanks, the mediums, which we do often see on Steps. And honestly, I wouldn't be too surprised to see Horsemen maybe even kind of do a bit of a throwback here on this one up against B Gaming and maybe even pick an Artie.
Well, let's find out. There is an M4043 for Horsemen. B Gaming, no such artillery piece, just a fairly standard lineup. Lots of bat chats on both sides there.
Yeah, lots of bat chats for B Gaming. I'm not really convinced that is B Gaming's sort of best chance at winning there with all those bat chats and the 113 on the attack. I mean, look, they could go for a pretty fast rail push with that. The Horsemen, though, look,
it's weird, though, for Horsemen, like, on the defensive side here, with that M4043, they don't have the option of doing the boost. Unless they push a batch up. Well, you can get a batch up on the boost, but generally we don't see that. So
Yeah.
they're going to really have to hope that the M4043 is able to get some work done. It will be Spencer, of course, in that artillery piece. He has had a pretty reasonable time in it so far this season. One of the better artillery players in the WGL.
Yeah, Spencer's pretty good. I think really with that Artie as well, because B Gaming aren't actually going towards that 2 flag, then that's another good thing for Spencer and for B Gaming in general. But the issue is, of course, that there's not too many great Artie targets on the B Gaming roster. You know, you want those slower tanks, you want those tanks which, you know, slow down and are big, heavy, slower targets to hit with the M40. And, you know, 6 Batchats, well, 5 Batchats isn't really the epitome of that.
But if you can hit one of those Batchats, then, well, it's going to be a good result. And it does look like Hokiao is playing tonight for Horsemen as well. He's on Watt SEA 1, in case anyone was wondering who that was. New player for Horsemen. We saw him last night. Did a good job.
Yes. It's interesting to see how these new players have been doing on all of these rosters, but this is not something that we see every day here for the Horsemen, actually pushing all the way up. And
it's a really weird defensive setup and a really weird offensive setup as well. Like, it's so spread across the map. It's not the typical kind of battle lines that we see drawn.
Yeah, but I mean, the good news, I suppose, for B Gaming is that they have managed to push up quite far already and already gain all of that map vision, gain the map control.
Oh, this is where the M4043 of Spencer comes up big.
Well, he needs to, because otherwise, you know, why pick an M40 over an RU-251 if the attackers are just going to push that cap? And he
I thought that was an Artie hitting him, but it's
no.
actually Spencer in the Artie getting taken down by Yusashan Power. So a good start for B Gaming there, and now Horsemen really going to be scrambling to get this reset. It's probably going to be Hokiao in that Batchat pushing forward. You can see him running down that that little bit of a road, and he should be able to get a reset here. But he's going to take a bit of damage in response as well. Just one single shot, I think, out of the RU-251, but it has forced B Gaming off that flag.
Yeah, and Matil is going to be going down there, so both teams tier 8s dropping fairly early on in the piece. And just taking a look at the lay of the land, I'm not too sure if B Gaming are in a great spot right here. Colin is a little bit on his own. The question is, will the other B Gaming members near that flag be able to help out in this firefight?
Yeah, Colin just taking a little bit too much damage there than what he would have liked. He's going to be, well, one shot away from death here. But in general, Horsemen are actually losing out on the trades. They have a very low Batchat on Sphinx. Hawks will be able to take down Colin here, you would think. Nope. Just getting a bit too scared, and how many shells are going to bounce off Colin?
There we go.
And when is B Gaming going to take advantage of it?
Yeah, look, and B
Never,
Gaming,
apparently.
Never. They're just going to lose Yusashan Power just like that. They need to take down members of the Horsemen right now. But look, we've got Ricochet all the way out in that D2 area. 2 of B Gaming are sat down on the G line. Like, I'm just not too sure what they're trying to achieve with this positioning here.
Yeah, this is really, really weird from B Gaming. Like, they had a lot of chances to actually get damage into Horsemen there if they had have rotated across, if they had have taken a fight.
Yeah.
And even now, a lot of those Batchats for Horsemen are going to be reloading, and B Gaming are doing nothing about it.
Yeah, that's not ideal there for B Gaming. Look, we've got 6 minutes and 20 seconds left on the clock, but I'm not too sure if the Horsemen will need that many.
No. This is well and truly in the favor of Horsemen here. Like, it would have to be a mammoth effort, really, from B Gaming to pull this one back. And still, Riku Sam's so far away. Like, they need to be kind of grouping up here, I think. I mean,
Super Hiroshi not going for the reload, is that the right choice as well? Like,
probably not if they're going to try and take a fight here.
Yeah, exactly. Like, why not just go for the reload in the time it's taken him to rotate? You know, probably would have been about 35 seconds.
Well, nonetheless, it is going to be what B Gaming have dealt themselves, and they're going to have to make it work. But to deal with the setup here that Horsemen have got, I find it very, very unlikely that B Gaming is going to be able to break this with just 4 Batchats.
Yep. I'm feeling like that as well. I mean, the good thing for B Gaming is that those Batchats are on just about full HP, apart from Mr. Tacky. And right now the Horsemen, well, Sphinx is quite low. We've got OBOV only on 1000 HP as well. Maybe if B Gaming kind of bait the Horsemen into some sort of trap that they could spring, you know, get into some bushes, bait the Horsemen out to pushing past that 2 flag, and then really go for them. Maybe that could work.
Maybe, but I feel like it's unlikely that Horsemen are going to fall for anything here. I mean, even in the ideal situation for Big Game, if they take down Sphinx and then if they take down Hokyao and then they take down OBOV, there's still going to be 2 Bat Chats left alive and a 113, while pretty much all of those Big Gaming players are going to be on the reload, more or less. So...
Oh, Ricochet. Oh, no.
That's not too bad, but they needed, yeah, they really needed to defend that first shot. Super Hiroshi's going to go forward and actually does pick up the kill there onto Hokyao for free. Almost. He takes a bit of damage, but reasonable trade.
Yeah, look, it's not a bad trade there. They need every kill that they can get right now. And it's the right idea that B Gaming have, because they're not staying on the flag. That would be sort of sealing their fate. Getting the reload happening instead, just making sure they're topped up for every battle. I mean, look, at the end of the day, if they can get a pick onto Sphinx somehow, then that does turn it into a 4v4.
Still favourable, though, for Horsemen because of that HP advantage. But, yes, it would be very helpful if they were able to take down Sphinx. I mean, he's in a pretty risky position here. Like, that's a bush that does get blind fired reasonably often. Now, you're probably not necessarily thinking, oh, Sphinx is going to be sitting in that bush, but let's just say B Gaming decide they want to blind fire that bush. Sphinx dies.
Yeah. Not wrong. Luckily, though, for Sphinx, B Gaming only have those auto loaders left out in the field, which we don't typically see used for the blind fires.
Especially not this late in the game when there's only 3 minutes. Like, you need to have all those shots in the clip. Or as many as possible. And again, like, Happiness, I don't understand why he didn't reload. They rotated all the way around, and he's only got 4 shells left. So, it's not the worst situation. He's still got a lot of damage in that clip, but he could just have an extra shot.
He could. It wouldn't be too hard, and Tacky there takes a shot. Really, at this point, you don't want to be giving away any free damage at all. So
Certainly not.
B Gaming really starting to struggle. And now that Tacky's been spotted as well, there's a limit onto how many more rotations B Gaming can make. There's only 2 minutes and 45 seconds left now.
Yeah, well, Archon basically needs to go down here for B Gaming. They can send 2 tanks over there, and they probably could have picked up Archon, but he's gotten quite far back now, and it's going to be difficult for them to take him down without getting punished for it. But ideal situation is they take down Archon, they don't lose a tank, they get out, they reload, and then they take another fight. But it's hard to say that that's going to happen here. Archon does get tracked up, though, but we're not seeing any damage go in his direction, and a lot of damage starting to go in the direction of B Gaming. This has not worked out the way they would have wanted at all. Happiness losing all of that health, and they haven't even managed to put a single point of damage into Archon.
Yeah, that's not great. I mean, I suppose the Horsemen, they have just used 2 of their Bat Chat clips, but at the end of the day, Archon is still undamaged. On 2300 HP, still pumping shells into Happiness. 1 more and Happiness will be going down, so he probably... Oh, no.
This is just really, really messy from B Gaming. Like, now finally getting damaged on Archon, but it's far, far too late. They are going to get punished. Happiness is so far forward as well. Nundesu and Hawks are going to catch Tacky off guard. This is a round for Horsemen.
Yeah. Horsemen should be able to close this one out fairly convincingly. Super Hiroshi there on the reload. Ricochet, who knows, maybe he's on the reload as well. Happiness on the reload. Like, yeah, 1 minute and 30 seconds left. There's no way that B Gaming could close this out if they wanted to. Should be a pretty simple matter of the Horsemen polishing them all off.
Well, Riku Sam, he can get OBOV and Sphinx here if he's off the reload, which I think he is. Taking shots in the back. Oh, he's been tracked. Yeah, that's no choice to...
Yeah.
No choice but to die, really, for him. Maybe there would have been a slight glimmer of hope if he had been able to take down Sphinx and OBOV there, but was not to be.
Yep, and just like that, it's looking like B Gaming not going to get any more kills before this one is over. And Super Hiroshi's 1 shot from death, loaders down. There we go.
Pretty easily wrapped up in the end there for Horsemen, but I feel like that was, you know, pretty badly played by B Gaming. They had advantages early on.
Wasn't great.
And then it just sort of fell apart. Like, I just don't know what they were doing.
Yeah, strange. And that was one of the strangest steps maps I've actually ever seen played in WGL APAC.
Yeah.
From that early positioning that both teams found themselves in, you know, the defensive lineup there for the Horsemen, very, very spread out. Everyone was almost on the same horizontal sort of line. And obviously that led to that early pick that B Gaming got on that artillery piece,
Yeah.
Spencer, of the Horsemen. And yeah, B Gaming were all spread out on the same sort of horizontal line, pushed all the way up to the Horsemen, just dotted all across one sort of line of the map, I guess.
I don't know how they didn't get more damage into Hokia when he came in for the reset. Only the RU-251 got a single
Yeah,
shot, and
yeah.
both the bat chats fired, but they must have missed or not penetrated, and I just don't think that's good enough. Like,
Well, I mean, maybe that's why the 59.4% accuracy rate of T4 needs to jump up a little bit.
well, yeah. I mean, he wasn't playing in that
No,
one, but
you know.
I get your point. I get your point. We'll have a look at the post-battle stats here and see where things really went wrong for B Gaming. Super Hiroshi did some work, but really not anyone else. I mean, Happiness was pretty decent as well, but there you go. It's pretty much all Horsemen, so...
Yep. It was definitely the story of the Horsemen there on steps with well, Sphinx in position number 3 as well. It's always good to see for the Horsemen. Hok Yao again, not doing too badly with 1,878 damage. UBOV in that 113, dealing 1,573 as well. So, Horsemen, got to be pretty happy with that one.
Yep.
I think looking at that, the defensive side, probably in my eyes, is just a tiny bit easier on steps.
Yeah.
I always favour the defense. Technically speaking, B Gaming has only won games on the attack as well. They've never won games on the defense. So Spencer there, look, he just got caught out very early on. And so that was why it was a strange position. Like, if you're going to put all your tanks like that, I'm a little bit surprised as to why Spencer didn't go into a bit of a safer spot on the other side of the rail tracks. Obviously, didn't expect B Gaming to push all the way up towards him, but, well, they did.
They did, and they took him down, and they didn't capitalize on it, really. They got the initial pick, they got a lot of pressure on that cap, and then it kind of just dissipated. As soon as that reset came out, like, B Gaming kind of just fell apart.
Yeah, and that, exactly, that reset shouldn't have really been that easy.
No.
Because it's the 2 flag. They're on steps, I think. 2 or 1, I forget. But
2.
2, yeah. The 2 flag, they're on steps, and typically we see teams either using that artillery piece, using that RU-251 or the UDES up on the boost. That's how they get the reset, because it's not that easy to get the reset otherwise. But just like that, we saw, you know, Clow just head in there and get the reset almost for free.
Yeah, well, I mean, he took only a single shot from the RU-251, which is like 230, 240 damage. So kind of really whatever to a bat chat.
Yeah.
As you said, the reset was very, very easy for him, and it kind of just snowballed from there. Horseman picked up the easy win, and I'm a little bit concerned now for B Gaming. Like, if I was thinking they were going to pick up a side off steps, I thought it was probably going to be the attack, but moving on to the defense, you know, I agree with you. I think that it is a little bit easier to play the defensive steps. We'll have to see what kind of tanks they're going to pick up here. If they're going to go for that RU-251, put him on the boost. Was something that they did a lot last season. Whether or not they're going to do it this season, don't know, but it's, yeah, questions to be asked here for B Gaming.
A lot of questions there for the B Gaming boys, but yeah, overall I think that B Gaming, looking at the way that they've just played there, I think you're not really feeling in a steps.
Yeah, I don't think they're comfortable on steps just from that.
Little bit of a shame
like they knew what they wanted to do
for B Gaming. So who knows? Maybe they'll bring it back. We've been wrong before.
Yeah, we have certainly been wrong before.
A few times.
Yeah, but. Pretty important, I think, for B Gaming to actually pick up this one, because Himmelsdorf, which is the next map up here for Horsemen, it is Horsemen's pick, to me is a 2-0 for Horsemen.
I'd agree.
So at that point, if they lose this one, it's 4-0 down. 3-1, you know, 4-0, still not favourable at all, but at least you've got a round to play with there for B Gaming. Maybe then they can find themselves on mines, which I kind of favour them a little bit more on, but it's still a long way down the map pool. They're going to need to give up a lot of free rounds, really, too. Well, not necessarily free rounds, but they are very likely to give up rounds to Horsemen.
Yeah, I mean, that's the issue with B Gaming. We've been waiting so long this season to see the old B Gaming come back. You know, the B Gaming that was really quite dominant in Season 1 of WGL APAC. Season 1, 2016 to 2017.
Yeah.
So, you know, really, if B Gaming can somehow find it to you know, pull in some of their results from last season, then, you know, we could be looking a little bit better. But they are doing these weird things, you know, not putting Til Matil on the tier raids. We didn't see T4 in that one. Yeah, anyways.
Oh, well, let's find out what it is going to be for B Gaming on the defense. An
S-Tank.
STRV, 140, RU-251. I like all of that. Man, I'm not a huge fan of the STRV, to be honest, on steps, but it can work. Horsemen, though, with a very, very aggressive lineup. Full batch Hatsan and RU251, expecting to see them just pushing somewhere very quickly.
I would actually not be surprised here from the Horsemen to see all of those fast medium auto loaders do like a 2-flag rush. I think it's definitely on the cards there for the Horsemen. They don't do it very often, but
it could be the undoing for B Gaming if they're trying to boost the S-Tank up. That sometimes takes a little bit longer than it does to get the RU251 up. But have a look at this from B Gaming. Looks like they're pushing very far forward on the 2-flag. STRV not actually boosted up. It is going to be the RU251. Oh. Maybe not this time, though, as he's fallen down. It is Tiltil Matil in the RU251, and typically he's pretty good in on those boosts. But again, this time not being able to get it done. OBOV and Archon very, very far forward in that dried riverbed through the middle of the map. And Horsemen just being super, super aggressive, as we thought with this lineup.
Yeah, okay, well, Horsemen, they are indeed going for that 2-flag rush. They're going to be coming in there without...
What just happened there?
What did just happen there? I have no idea. He was just completely obliterated. And a bit of an issue for the Horsemen coming in there is that S-Tank, well, he's not up on the boost, but he's on the second best spot, the next spot after that, where you'd love an S-Tank to be on that little mound onto B0. Very easy to get up into, doesn't require any boosting of any sort, and does offer lots of protection. So that's actually a really good position for Yusa Power, and effectively to me, that blocks off the 2-flag. Yeah,
pretty much. Tiltil Matil, unfortunately, not able to get the boost done, but having that STRV in that position, it is going to be causing some headaches for Horsemen. They probably, or B Gaming probably need to keep someone with him to give him a little bit of backup because he could be rushed down relatively easily. I think that's why Colin's so far forward here in the 113. But as a general rule, I mean, B Gaming is quite close by to that 2-flag. So overall, they're sitting in a fairly defensive position at the moment. It's going to allow Horsemen to get onto the 1-flag fairly safely, but Gorilla nowhere to be seen in that direction. He's actually still here over towards the 2-flag. So we probably won't see all that much pressure from the Horsemen on the 1-flag just yet. They will need to rotate Gorilla across if they want to be doing that.
Yep. And Sphinx there spotting out Tiltil Matil. And the RU251, I would like to see Gorilla maybe come back and get himself on towards this 1-flag. Sphinx going to be getting onto it instead, but I'm not too sure how long that's going to last for. B Gaming are moving a little bit, whether they want to move to take out Gorilla or just generally get a little bit more map presence.
I would suspect that all of B Gaming, here should get spotted out by Gorilla if they push far enough forward. Tiltil Matil gets spotted out. Yeah, there's Super Hiroshi. They have actually spotted out Gorilla though, so that's a bit of information for them. We don't see all that much damage going in the direction of B Gaming just yet. But really that cap at the moment not causing all that much pressure here for B Gaming. They've still got a lot of time to work with, 1 minute and 20. So plenty of room to maneuver, and they have the advantage. They have a massive advantage already having taken a batch out of the field. I mean, this should be a win really for B Gaming, assuming they play it correctly. Gorilla's under pressure here as well. I mean, B Gaming seem to be making the right moves on the defensive side right now.
Yeah, B Gaming.
Although, Super Hiroshi is starting to take damage. Might have overcommitted a bit. Hawks is going to be able to take him down.
Hawks loves that position. He loves it every single game. We see him on steps. He uses it, and he's so good at playing that little mound up there.
Again,
so good at it.
I just don't get how B Gaming managed to have a lead and then throw it away.
They like doing that.
It's again, Yusa Power's now getting lit up. And he's probably going to go down by the looks of things. No, he's just below the ridge, but look at how much the HP has swung back in the favor of Horsemen.
Yeah, like there's no reason an S-Tank that's hull down like that should take that much damage. That's just a little bit of misplay, I think, from Yusa Power. Not quite knowing the S-Tank well enough or something like that, because you should ricochet more shells than that, you know.
Can they take down Sphinx? Not quite. Bit of damage back in the way of Horsemen, but again, you know, Horsemen are back in the lead in terms of the HP. B Gaming have again let this one slip. You know, they had the advantage in the first round, they had the advantage in the second round, and now they are at a disadvantage again.
Yeah, look, I mean, they're at a disadvantage, but I will say that, you know, it's not going to be easy for the Horsemen to actually win this. There's only about 1k HP in it, and look, Yusishan Power, he's going to be pretty comfortable sitting all the way back and still putting out a lot of damage. He's not going to be one of those ones who, you know, does stand out the front and gets taken down in one shot. So it's not the end of the world for B Gaming.
I mean, how are these how are they even trying to trade with Archon? At the moment, Colin has lost almost all of his HP, and he didn't really even get a shot into
bad.
Archon. Archon's going to get out of there alive. Happiness on the reload can't do anything about it. Again, a very, very poor trade from B Gaming.
Strange that they'd even go for that, honestly. You know, knowing that Archon is about to have a full clip, and even if they did get him down, it's not like they were, you know, in a great position anyway.
Yeah, and this is going to be an easy cleanup for Hokia.
Yep. Hokia, one more shot, we'll be able to finish off Mr. Happiness. And right now the Horsemen, nope, they have 6 tanks up on the field. B Gaming only have 3. And, you know, I think B Gaming there might have been a lot better just to kind of stay back and just use that S-tank, spot for the S-tank.
Yeah, I mean, they're on the defensive side. Why did they push in?
Yeah, very strange there from the B Gaming. And use of Shampower will be getting taken out very, very soon. Gorilla probably will even be able to put this one through. Oh, no, he reloads maybe or misses it. But that next shot will definitely connect. Okay, not one.
That's a bit of a fail.
Yeah, that's a bit of a fail. But there we go, the third one. Gorilla doesn't fail me there. B Gaming though, with a bit of a fail in that one.
Yes, both sides of steps there for me were really, really not very well played by B Gaming. They could have won both of them, didn't win a single one, and Horsemen quite happy to take away both sides.
Very happy.
Yeah.
Look, yeah, B Gaming, I mean, they've done that time and time again. Particularly this season, where they get off to a nice early lead, they get a good pick or something like that, and then they just have no idea how to finish it off. They make some silly ideas, some silly judgment calls. I'm not too sure who on B Gaming is actually the in-game leader who's making those calls for them, but you know, really, there's no reason to push in when you're on the defense like that, and it might leave your tanks exposed like it did when you know, when those B Gaming guys pushed over the railroad. They've got an S tank. It is really good at just sitting back. They could have, even if they wanted to, I'm sure, put it up on the boost, and
It would have been a bit risky, I think.
maybe a little bit risky, to be fair. Yeah, but even if it wasn't on the boost, they could have just sat it behind that little ridge line there and just played defensively with it. You know.
Would have liked to have seen B Gaming play a little bit more defensively there on the defense side, but, you know, it is what it is. Horseman picking up the 2-0. It was B Gaming's map pick actually steps, so you would have hoped for a better result for them there, but Horseman starting off nicely. And I said, you know, if we can get a 1-1 out of this one from B Gaming, we might see them do pretty well, but a 2-0 really makes me start to think Horsemen are going to run away with this one pretty easily. Now, there were some okay signs there for B Gaming, getting the early pick both rounds, so that they've put themselves in positions to be able to, you know, have the advantage potentially to win the round. They just need to be able to convert that. So I don't know if this one is necessarily over just yet. Himmels is going to be a struggle for B Gaming, but definitely there was good and bad there for B Gaming.
Yeah, I mean, if we look at the damage charts there, you know, Taki's doing well, Happiness is doing well, T4 is doing well. Yusishan Power, I think he still struggled with that S tank. That is obviously a tank that isn't, you know, perfectly familiar to him. You can really tell with that STRV, and that's the reason I like it, is because it's a high skill cap tank. You can tell when someone isn't adept at using it just by the way they, you know, they position, the way they angle that, well, the whole tank, I guess, because the whole thing angles.
Colin got nothing done in the 113. I think he was the one that actually pushed forward and tried to get shots into Archon, and subsequently basically lost all of his HP for well, you can clearly see there, nothing. He didn't get any damage across.
0 damage, 7 shots fired. That's not quite what you're looking for, Mr.
Colin is usually a pretty decent
He's
heavy
solid,
tank player.
normally, yeah, he's solid. So seeing him down there is quite strange. And hopefully, well, hopefully for the next round he doesn't end up with, well, 7 shots fired, 0 damage.
Yeah. Well, Himmelsdorf coming up here. It's not a favoured map really for B Gaming. They've played it 12 times this season to only a 33% win rate, which is very, very poor. And for Horsemen, you know, 10 times 60% win rate. So statistics, but it does lean towards towards Horsemen. Sorry.
I think so. I mean, maybe if Gaming can pull out some crazy TD strats here, like I reckon if they do go with something like a T110E3, FE4005 lineup, they can play the 4005. And I think Horsemen, from memory, they're not the team to pick the super heavies here on Himmelsdorf, so that could actually be a good way to counter them coming into towards this one.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's weird. Again, B Gaming on Himmelsdorf, they're kind of a 50-50 sort of a team. You know, they get more wins on the attack than the defense. Last season, very, very much so. But this season, even still, you know, not to the same extent. It's 50% on the attack, 17% on the defense. But you can still see the disparity there. They really don't know how to play the defense of Himmelsdorf. They can pick up rounds on the attack. So my biggest hope for B Gaming here is that they can get around on the attack of Himmelsdorf. Yeah. But even then, you know, I mean, Horsemen are very, very, well, not very, very good, but they're decent, adept at both the attack and defense sides of Himmelsdorf.
Yeah. Well, I think my 5-1 prediction's still looking pretty good.
I mean, at this point, a 5-0 would be looking pretty good, I think.
Nah, you're getting a bit carried away there, John. You're getting a bit carried away.
We'll see.
Take a breather, mate.
Take a breather, okay.
Take a breather.
Well, look, I mean, if B Gaming are going to continue to throw rounds like they have so far, I think Horseman's going to be like, thank you very much, we'll take it.
When you come that close, 2 rounds in a row, then you've got to win one, eventually, you know.
You'd think so, but when you get 2 wins, like 2 early picks like that, you'd think you should be winning those rounds, and they didn't.
Well, the good thing is, on Himmelsdorf, normally it's just an all-in brawl, so whoever gets the first 2 picks wins the game.
Usually. I'm sure B Gaming might find a way here, especially on the defensive side.
I've just jinxed it, haven't I?
Yeah,
I'm just
probably.
Like, now B Gaming will be like, whoop, well,
see ya.
Get a pick and just turn their turrets 360 degrees without shooting anyone or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what goes on in the mind of B Gaming at times. So those games on steps really looked a little bit perplexing, but hopefully we'll see something better from them here on Himmelsdorf. And even once Himmelsdorf has gone through here, Mines. That's where B Gaming for me need to find. They need to find a 2-0 probably
2-0,
on Mines.
They need 2-0 Mines.
Yeah.
But look, at the moment, if they keep on playing as kind of crazily as my hair looks tonight, then I think that they're in for a little bit more trouble. And we may be seeing a 5-0, 5-1, something along those lines. But look, hopefully B Gaming can bring it back here on Himmels. Horsemen, I think, probably just going to go standard here. I wouldn't expect them to bust out anything too crazy. Probably not going to be seeing any, you know, E100s, I wouldn't say. Maybe a Kranwagen if they're feeling it. But
yeah, it's probably just 113s and 50Bs. That seems to be the Horseman way. I would like to see B Gaming come out with something a little different. A big tank destroyer, probably on the defensive side, I'd say more so than the attacking side, would be my preferred pick from them. I don't think they're going to beat Horsemen necessarily standard here, especially given the fact that they have looked very, very weak on the defensive side so far this season. On the attack, maybe a little bit more standard for B Gaming wouldn't be a terrible option. We'll have to see. I mean, it's really hard to call. Like, obviously, coming into this one, Horsemen, we are favouring on Himmelsdorf. It's going to be a 2-0 or a 1-1, I think. It's not going to be, well, clearly it's going to be a 2-0 or a 1-1. There's no possible other scoreline, but a 2-0 for Horsemen, I think I should give that little bit of a caveat there, or a 1-1. I don't think we see a 2-0 from B Gaming here.
You don't reckon?
No way.
I reckon if we asked Mr. Crazy Max, he might say a 2-0 for B Gaming.
No, because he predicted 5-1.
He might not then.
Yeah, maybe not.
You burst my bubble, Jordan.
We should have like a big squid behind us, to like
a big squid.
To, you know, where they have it and it chooses who's going to win for like sports games. And we could have like a 2-0 or a 1-1, and whichever side it goes to, that's the prediction from the squid. Have you never seen that? Do you even watch sport?
I watch tanks, mate.
I watch tanks as well, but that would be fun. Yeah. Maybe we could get it up on the multi-sync, like a digital one.
Like a digital...
Or,
okay, guys.
No.
This is what Jordan wants to do for our broadcast, right? He wants to put a digital squid up on our multi-sync there, right? Because that'd be a brilliant idea, right?
It's not as crazy as some of the ideas you've had, mate.
You know, like in a Chinese restaurant, they have all the squids floating around, or the crayfish in a
seafood restaurant.
In a seafood restaurant.
Actually, I thought of a better idea. Stop that. I thought of a better idea was to have production they got a counter and they can make it move on whichever side of the multi-sync. So one side they can choose Horsemen, one side they can choose B Gaming, and then we can figure out what they think out the back.
Right. Well, that sounds less crazy than the squid. I think, you know, if I saw a squid up the back there, I'd want to turn it into squid rings. You know, salt and pepper squid, mate.
Rightio. Well, this is what happens when the game's not on. This is what happens when we have to just talk about stuff.
Well, I'll give everyone a little tip. You know, a bit of Szechuan pepper as well can really add a little bit of spice to it.
Really off on a tangent right now, aren't we?
Yeah. Szechuan pepper squid.
If you say so, Alex.
I think it's great. Anyways, I think...
Well, I mean, we've talked about Himmelsdorf as much as we can, Alex. I mean, if you want to give anyone some more...
I don't mind.
Any more cooking tips or anything?
I wonder,
like,
actually.
Now's the time.
It'd
like,
be
the
really
floor is
interesting.
yours.
No, I was just thinking, like, it would be really interesting to research what kind of food rations all of the different countries in World War II had in their tanks. Obviously, you know, you've got the food in-game World of Tanks, like the baguette for France and the, you know, chocolate for Germany and etc. Tea for...
I wonder why they didn't give Germany a sausage.
Yeah.
Because that's very typical German to me, like a bratwurst.
Exactly. Exactly.
Eiswurst.
Like, you're not gonna have chocolate for lunch, are you?
No.
But, it's more of a Belgian thing as well, isn't it?
Chocolate, yeah. Or
And
Swedish? Swiss? No, Swiss.
I suppose Germany. I mean, they kind of probably went through Belgium around that time, so
Probably.
you know, probably could claim it,
Yeah.
take a bit, visit the lolly shops.
Well, there we are. We're getting onto Himmelsdorf soon, guys. We don't need to talk about the food much longer. Sometimes we just got to talk about rubbish for a bit to keep you entertained.
Yeah,
Quotation marks.
you're not meant to say that. It's very entertaining. I find it entertaining. I could talk about food all day. But look, it's time to talk about tanks.
It is time to talk about tanks. And Himmelsdorf is the map coming up here.
Yes.
It is Horsemen's map pick. Gaming, what are they going to have for us? And
Oh,
it is a 4005.
Hey,
T123 and T95, though, on the defense from Horsemen, as well as an E100 and an IS4. There's not many targets for that 4005.
You're not wrong. You know, I was just thinking that. I mean, the 4005, it's going to need to hit those AMX 50Bs because not going to have much luck going through an E100, the IS4, E3, T95, even the ML.
You could probably go through the hull of the email.
Yeah, unless it shoots in the hull.
Like, obviously, you wouldn't be shooting him in the turret. Or the side of the turret. Probably could. But...
It's an AP game for the FE4005.
You reckon?
I reckon it is. It actually is, seriously. But look, right now the Horsemen, I do like their setup because it's hard to dislodge. So for me, the Horsemen, they're not going to move far from this 2 line here, this 2 flag here. They're just going to, you know, tuck in nice and close.
Yep. We saw them do this yesterday as well against Dark Wolves, and it was Hokiao in the T123. We kind of questioned whether or not maybe his addition to the team was going to change things up, and it seems to have.
Happiness has been spotted.
No, that's fine. I mean, he's not in any danger there.
Yeah, okay, he's okay. I was just thinking, you know, if B Gaming have gone up the hill, then that could be a bit of an early warning sign, but they haven't. So it's not the end of the world there for Happiness.
So, Horsemen got a bit of an interesting defensive setup. Something we saw yesterday, but not something we've seen too much from them overall. Might not be a bad time to have a listen in and see how things are going over in their camp.
你叫我去前面这个坡这里是吧？还是在后面？
对对对，前面那个坡。
别太前。T10，
那个50B 往上走，快点。100，把那个8线视野看好。
他们是在盲射啊。 好像很多50B 在这里啊。
100往前走，往8线往前走。13有没有危险？50B 直接上去抓他。50B 是不是亮了？
对，全亮了。
他们人都在1、2线啊。
张嘴。
你们往前跑，直接往前跑。你们直接往前跑，去2台抓他，我可以打 T20。
好。
那个肉包找位置打 T20。
他回头了。
I really, really like this setup here from Horseman. Taking control of the hill is going to put so much pressure on Muller. Like, he cannot survive here. Hawks is going to get some free shots into him. I'm pretty sure he's going to go down right now, and there's really nowhere that he can go.
Yeah, This isn't looking great here for Mr.
Oh, but have a look at that push down the one line from B Gaming. What can they do with this one? Happiness is really going to not survive much longer here up against those guys on the hill. Mulla's still alive, and Taki getting some damage into Gorilla in that T95. Doesn't take any damage for it. Colin taking a bit. In the end, Happiness the only tank lost here for B Gaming so far. Yusashan Power is not in a great position though, taking lots and lots of shots.
Oh, if that had hit.
That would have been a big shot.
Yeah, look, I mean, honestly, the FE4005 at that range, you really rolled a good dice if you do manage to hit that. Yeah, with Muller down... Look,
he was never going to survive for too much longer in that position, really.
Yeah, I still don't mind Horsemen here. They're in a pretty good position because all of these...
They're in a very good position.
Yeah, remaining
3k
tanks. Yeah, 3k HP advantage.
Tank
advantage. Tanks in some good positions. B Gaming, they haven't really gained any ground. B Gaming aren't in a great position to push into the 2 flag now anyway. If anything, it's almost bad that Taki's kind of trapped up there in A2 because Rikusan can't help him, Yusashan Power can't help him if he gets...
yeah, we're going to need to see something special from Yusashan here, I think, if B Gaming are going to come back into this one. He needs to, I don't know, get some sort of crazy pen onto one of these more heavily armored tanks, or he's going to have to hit one of those 50Bs, but I don't know if the 50Bs are even going to show themselves to him. In fact, he does spot out Hawks, so if Hawks crosses this, Yusashan Power, can he get a shot down that angle? By the looks of things.
No. At least Taki should be reloaded by the time Hawks actually reaches him there.
Yep.
See, Clow, they're getting pretty low as well, but he's in that T1, T3, so might be able to ricochet something. Taki there, yeah, it looks like he's just going to get bursted down. Easy peasy. Oh, good shot on towards Nandesu. That's about a 1k damage shot, maybe even a little bit more.
Taki's dead though. So it's a trade for Horsemen, and that's fine. They had the tank advantage. A 1-for-1 is really not that bad.
Sphinx here, still going to be looking pretty healthy. Colin's pushing up. He's WZ, but one shot from this E100 and Colin will...
Super Hiroshi wants to punish Hawks here as well. He has got his clip loaded. He will take down Hawks. Can he find Sphinx as well? Because if he can do that...
That's good.
That's going to be able to potentially pull things back in the favor of B Gaming here.
Colin needs to hit this.
Yeah,
and he does.
It was that's not going to be a nice situation, seeing an E100 charge at you. Riku-Sam might be able to get some damage out here, but pretty decent angling from OBOV. It's going to be tough for Riku-Sam. He does actually connect both the shots. Yusashan in the 4005 does take down Sphinx, so it's back to a 3 versus 3. Health definitely very much in the favor of Horsemen, though. But Super Hiroshi does take down Hwakyao, and now there's a tank advantage for B Gaming. Super Hiroshi at the back. This E100 is the major threat, though. He has still got so much HP. Riku-Sam can survive another shell. Yusashan Power, however, cannot.
Yeah, and Yusashan Power here, look, he'll shoot Hesh, it won't do much. Oh,
no, he's not even going to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Super Hiroshi really needs to get involved in this fight. He needs to be able to take down... I don't know, like, they must, I suppose, take down OBOV. Riku-Sam, does he have enough in the clip?
Good.
Yes,
this
he
is
does.
Good by Rikusham, actually. Good kind of recognizing that OBOV was still on the reload there.
Is he going to get the shot across?
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, that was good. That was good play by Rikusham.
And it was a miss there from Archon as well.
Great read. Great read.
I'm not sure why Super Hiroshi's not actually peeking that, because he would have known Archon fired, but I guess he's just trying to bait out and sort of waste time that allows Riku-Sam to reload here. Oh, he's made a poor decision. He's just going to get away by the looks of things. Archon a little bit too slow around the corner there. So in the end, it wasn't a poor decision. I'm wrong. But this is so tough for Archon. It's still doable.
Oh, and now Super Hiroshi needs to peek it and just completely unload it.
Oh, it doesn't quite get the tracking shot, but yeah, look, this is probably over for Archon. He's gonna have to fire at Super Hiroshi. Doesn't. Oh, that's a really bad roll. 361. Yeah, I think that's it.
That should be Rikusham reloading there, but look, Archon, his loader's down as well, and
that's the Amarak.
A loader. Sorry, Amarak.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go. And that is pretty much curtains, I think. No chance that he can come back without a repair kit on that Amarak, because he will need 2 shots to take down Rikusham. He's not going to get those 2 shots. 3 minutes left, so plenty of time for B Gaming to finish him off as well. Oh, that was close, but yeah. He does get one.
Does get one, but yeah, he still needs 2 shots, which is essentially 12 seconds more now, and then another 20 seconds for the second reload.
Yeah, that's it.
Assuming he gets good rolls as well, like, which is, 929 in 2 shots is not...
Wow, where did Ricochet... Oh, there he is.
Stealth 50B. There you
Nah,
go.
there
B
you go.
Gaming actually finding a round on Himmelsdorf.
Wow. I mean, that was close, but well played by Big Gaming.
It was weird. It was a really weird round. Like, it was Horsemen, like, with 2 or 3 tanks advantage, and then they suddenly lost it. The 50Bs for B Gaming were coming off the clip, off the reload at pretty much the perfect time, and things sort of just fell into place.
Yeah, I think that E100 there, I really think that was the defining moment where OBOV, he pushed up, he got that 1 kill, and then the B Gaming 50B just came around the corner as soon as the E100 of OBOV had shot. AMX came around, just unloaded in towards him, and E100's, of course, one of their big weaknesses is that turret turns so slowly. And in a situation like that, when an AMX 50B is just circling you, then that was 750 damage, which could have changed the game.
Yeah, it definitely could have changed the game there. But unfortunately for Horsemen, not the case. And, well, you know, they lose the first round on Himmelsdorf. They lose the first round on their own map pick. So far, the maps have not gone the way I expected. A 2-0 for Horsemen on Steps. Now, B Gaming actually getting around on Himmelsdorf, which I thought was almost certainly going to be a 2-0 for Horsemen. But it was the attacking round win there for B Gaming, which has been winnable for them.
50% win rate.
Yeah. Now a little bit more.
Yeah, there you go. Good for B Gaming. And OBOV there in E100. I mean, there wasn't really much else he could do. 2.4k damage. So although he did get slightly outplayed, you know, you can't really ask for too much more than that. Use of Shan Power in the FE4005, though. Again, if he was up against a different lineup, probably would have seen those 6 shots deal quite a bit more damage.
Yeah, but even 2,000 against that lineup is quite respectable, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad for 6 shots. Yeah, he made it
2
work.
of which were kills as well.
Yep. So, I mean, that's a good thing. If there's a tank on like 600 HP, it doesn't really matter what it is in most cases. The FE4005 is probably going to be able to clean it up with a shot. So, what else? We got the ML2. Actually, Sphinx did a pretty decent job. They're 1,600 damage, but Gorilla and that T95 just getting rushed. Unfortunately, one of the weaknesses of the T95s and Himmels. And I mean, I almost think as though Gorilla's pushed a little bit too far out to be in that kind of railway hangar.
Maybe could have done with a bit of backup.
Yeah. So, oh well. That's how the tracks fell off.
I dare say we won't be seeing any T123s or T95s coming up from Horsemen in this second half. 50Bs, probably 113s from me, I think is what I'd expect from Horsemen on the attacking side. I would not be surprised to see another 4005 though coming out from B Gaming on the defense, or something of similar effect, FE215B 183, maybe even a T123 of their own.
Yeah, maybe. It'll be pretty good. I think, it'll be really interesting to see on Himmelsdorf is actually a few Conquerors. You know, we saw Dark Wolves pick them earlier.
Not a bad tank.
The reason, obviously, that you pick something like a WZ111 or, of course, the T10 over those Conquerors is that, you know, things like the WZ, they do have that super strong turret, and also they have higher alpha on the gun. The Conqueror, not quite as much alpha on the gun. But really, I think that, you know, if you commit to a brawl, then the Conqueror's going to put out a lot of damage over the course of that fight. And typically, we don't see too many ricochets coming out of their WZs or T10s either. So I would like to see that, you know.
Interesting.
On
It's a possibility. I like the T10s though. They are pretty quick across the map, so you know a little bit more mobility there for those tanks. We'll have to see here. I don't expect we're going to see Conquerors coming out from either of these teams. I mean, you know, FE215B is not common on Himmelsdorf, therefore Conqueror's probably not going to be all that common either.
Honestly,
you don't really necessarily need that super accurate gun.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's the issue, I suppose, in Himmelsdorf, is that the accuracy of the gun doesn't actually do anything. So that's another reason why we probably don't see tanks like the Tortoise, which would be fun to see on Himmelsdorf, that Tier 9 British tank destroyer, of course. But unfortunately, I think the Tortoise, when everyone's firing gold in these sorts of things, the armor of the Tortoise doesn't really do anything. And it's got an excellent gun, very, very high DPM, but just a little bit slow, little bit unwieldy. So, I mean, like, I still think you could probably pick it in place of the T95 in a few scenarios.
Maybe. I mean, I'm still not really sold on the T95 either. Like, to me, it feels very, very situational. You know, it can work, but if your opponent plays around it, which we saw there, you know, it kind of can be shut down pretty easily. So we'll see if it comes out again tonight. Doesn't look like it's going to be the case there for... Wait, hang on.
Out.
Hold the press. T123 on the attack. 4005 on the attack. Grill 15 on the attack.
Very interesting. So we've
It's a
actually
1390
got
and an
triple.
E100. I'm thinking it's going to be just a shield strategy with the E100 knocking the 1390 up against the wall for Horsemen.
Yeah, I would not be
That two
surprised to
flag.
see that at all. And I mean, that's what you want to do on the 2 flag as well with those 3 tank destroyers, because the 3 tank destroyers can just look down those alleys. As soon as they've got that 1390 up there, bam, insta pop anything. Just alpha any tank down that gets that tries to get the reset. So to me, if I was BGaming, that's what I would be defending from.
Yeah, well, we'll see where these 50Bs set up, or the 50B for BGaming sets up. They have a Grill 15, a Batchat. I mean, it's a very kind of a mixed bag, really, for BGaming. They have no 2 tanks of the same type, but I'd like to see the 50B, the 113 there, Tiltimatil in the IS-4, all kind of covering that A or B line, just to make life so difficult for Horsemen if they do decide to try and push that 1390 into the wall on the 2 flag.
Yeah. Right now, Yusuf Shan Power in that grill. He's going to be kind of spotted for by Super Hiroshi. He's actually been spotted out himself. Not too sure what Hawks is doing here. Just looking down in case there's a very aggressive push from the BGaming defenders. That's not going to be happening. And I think soon the Horsemen are going to signal this grill. And the other tank down there, Archon.
Oh, that's so unlucky for Yusuf Shan Power there. He's actually hit Spencer,
Oh, and the
but
track!
he's tracked him, and he's not done any damage.
Oh,
To a
That's-
1390.
that's so troll.
Yeah. Not a fun situation for him, but we'll see how much damage BGaming can get here when Horsemen do decide that they want to cross.
Great from BGaming, just letting, well, not too bad, but just letting Horsemen get all the way here without actually spotting them.
Good start. They've actually damaged the loader there of Hokiao in the T123.
Oh, that's not good.
I assume he's got a med kit, but he hasn't decided to use it just yet.
Oh, he should use it now. Well, at least
Or-
after he fires.
Yeah, maybe he's got a double repair kit even, so that he can't get tracked as easily. No, he does have a med kit, so he's fixed it up.
Okay. Good.
But OBOV in the E100 has taken a lot of damage on the cross there as well. BGaming doing a really good job so far of just punishing Horsemen as they're trying to get this strat working.
Yeah. This is good from BGaming. Great defense, great little read of that strat. Archon's going to be pushing up now as well. And look at Hawks and Nandesu. This is interesting, because maybe Horsemen have like double read BGaming, and they know that BGaming is going to be pushing a few tanks down the bottom there.
Yeah, and if one of these BGaming tanks does get picked up by those tank destroyers, that could be a crucial turning point in this one. But for the
So
moment,
risky though, so risky.
It is, it's
Look,
very-
look at Hawks.
Hawks could
Hawks
get
is going to
picked
spot
off.
them out.
yeah,
But Hawks has spotted Happiness, so Nandesu will be able to get the shot on towards Happiness. No, Happiness just spotted him out and curved in the right direction. So
Super Hiroshi yet to be spotted though.
yeah.
So can he work around with this and find
They
something?
shouldn't take it then. They shouldn't really take the fight against the FE4005. I mean, there's
No.
just the chance that they can get one shot. It's as
Yeah.
simple as that. There's also the chance that they can not get one shot and they'll just kill the FE4005, but it's not worth taking. So I think that's a good move there from Happiness and Super Hiroshi. In the meantime, this brawl here,
Yeah.
Colin and Taki aren't looking in a good spot.
They need to get involved in this fight. Happiness and Super Hiroshi up towards the north there. You're right, Colin and Taki under a bit of pressure here. We need to see T4 and Tiltimatil starting to rotate across at least. Colin now starting to trade back onto Sphinx, but T4 taking a lot of damage. Colin as well taking a shot there. And overall, it's still hard to say which of these two teams is coming out with the advantage. It's trade for trade at the moment. Spencer looks like he might get taken down or almost will. I think that might have been a shot from Yusuf Shan Power in the Grill 15, dropping him relatively low, but now we see that Batchat AP coming in position. Hawks, oh, it's going to be some free shots into the grill here for Super Hiroshi, and he's going to have some backup from his Batchat partner, Happiness. This is looking pretty good for BGaming, actually.
Yeah, looking very good there for BGaming. Drop down to
Oh.
6.4k though. Oh, there we go. Now it's not looking so good as Happiness got completely exploded by the FE4005.
Yeah, and I don't think he's actually managed to get all that much done in the Batchat there either. Yusuf Shan Power comes across, does take down Sphinx in the T125. So it's trade for trade, blow for blow at the moment between the two teams. But if you look at the HP, the trades that BGaming have been taking have been more favourable. They have got the same amount of tanks on the field, but they have that extra HP. And, well, what can Nandesu do here? He could be the linchpin really for Horsemen. If he can take down Yusashan Power or take down Super Hiroshi in one shot, that could be enough to turn it back in their favor.
Yeah, it definitely could be. And look, Yusashan Power, he's pushing out now in that grill. Oh, he's just about to walk out into Nandesu, but not quite. Oh, so dangerous playing against these TDs.
Oh, Nandesu takes a shot.
Did Nandesu miss? Yeah, he missed, I think.
Must have missed. Well,
Or
Yusashan
did-
Power took some damage. I don't know. Maybe he didn't.
He might not have penned. He might not have penned. It happens sometimes on
But the
the
trades at the moment are going the way of Horsemen. B Gaming, though, able to take down Hawks in that grill. Yusashan Power pushes forward, and the damage onto Nandesu is enough to take him down. Tilta Matil drops OBOV as well, and we're back now to a 2 versus 4. And, well, B Gaming, it looked a little bit worrisome there maybe 10 seconds ago, but all of a sudden they're able to pick up a few kills in a row, and this seems to have stabilized for them. It looks like they actually might be able to pick up a win on the side.
Yeah, that's a win.
On the defensive side of Himmelsdorf.
That's a win for B Gaming here on the defensive side of Himmelsdorf. There's no way that Hochlau is going to be able to 3v1 in a T110E3. Simple as that. Unfortunately, Taki's got a 38-second reload because he's ammo racked, which is, well, it's actually a lot. It's a lot. Sorry, yeah.
It's like a 60-second
yeah.
reload.
Even more, maybe.
No, not quite. Not quite, I don't think.
Not quite?
But whatever it is, it's a long time, but they have a long time to wait because they are on the defensive side. They don't even have to do anything here.
You're right. Yeah. So now Super Roshi's just going to pop up there in the bat chat AP and probably just going to circle around.
Yeah, I mean, he knows that he can't get one shot. I mean, unless some sort of very, very unfortunate ammo rack happens.
He can't get two. He can't really get two shot either.
No.
Really?
I mean, he could in theory, but
Oh, struggle.
it'd be two nice rolls from the T110E3, and that would involve hitting 2 shots on a bat chat AP.
Yeah, good luck. Have fun.
Yeah. That's a very big exhaust on the back of the T110E3.
Yeah, I was just
I've
looking
never
at that.
really noticed that before.
No. I suppose most of the time you're looking at it from the front.
Isn't the T110E3 the tank that has 2 motors or 2 engines?
Well, they are 2 exhausts, so wouldn't be surprised. Very heavy tank, of course.
Or is it two sets of tracks or something like that? I'm not sure. I'm not a tank history buff, so I don't really know.
Yeah, it's one of the few things I think we'll have to research for next week. But guys, let us know what you think. All right, now though, I don't think it matters how many tracks Hochlau has in this T110E3 because he's probably just going to get found very, very shortly by B Gaming.
Well, even if he's not found, he's just going to drive around Himmelsdorf, and good luck to him because he can't catch any of those 3 tanks.
He could try sit on. Oh no, there we go.
I mean, Taki could even take this duel and win it,
Yeah. Oh, he could.
as long as he ends all his shots. I mean, he has got a damaged ammo rack, so there is a chance that he does get ammo racked fully, but even that wouldn't cost B Gaming all that much. He's going to play it safe though. He's going to wait for Yusashan to come around the back
Come on,
here.
Taki. You know you want to.
Give it a crack.
Give it a crack. Exactly. Not too sure why where Yusashan Power is looking, but they spotted each other.
Taki spotted T123 and Hokyao, and Hokyao spotted Taki, but Yusashan Power, as of yet, unspotted. Taki's just going to go for another quick look. And, oh, there you go.
That was good.
That's the ammo rack.
Yeah, that's the ammo rack. It's funny. Oh, but no, there we go. Super Roshi gets a kill. Easy peasy. Win there for B Gaming.
2 rounds on Himmelsdorf for B Gaming. Color me surprised, Alex.
Didn't think that would happen.
I
honestly.
didn't either. But it is B Gaming. You know, they've been surprising us throughout this season by how badly they played, and then they come in and they play excellently against Meltdown. So
2-0 Horsemen on Himmelsdorf.
yeah, it's been a bag of surprises this week and last week.
Yeah, like with that one there, Horsemen was a very situational strat, right? Because when you pick the FE4005 and the grill and the T110E3, if you don't get those firing lines that you really need, then they're honestly quite a bit less effective than something like
it
an
is quite
AMX-50B
situational,
or
isn't
a
it?
113, exactly, or any other usual tank like that. So Horsemen, they weren't able to get those firing lines that they wanted to. They weren't able to essentially enact that 2-flag push from the hill that they wanted to because B Gaming just punished them too hard. So it was a really good read from B Gaming that set them off there. And again, it was unfortunate that down the bottom, where the FE4005 was actually set to take the kill, take the pick onto one of those aggressive bat chats from B Gaming, I'm not too sure whether it it was because he got spotted, or after he got spotted, or he just happened to do so. But the first batch at the FE4005 spotted there curved into a side road.
Yeah,
and
well,
wasn't able to get shot.
having a look at the battle stats,
Oh.
Yusushan Power. He's the one that we look to for B Gaming to be doing the damage, and he definitely did the damage.
Yeah, 8 shots fired. He's hit every single one of those, hasn't he?
750 alpha, 8 shots, 7/8's 56. He got a kill, so yeah.
Yeah.
Good math, Elfish guy.
Took you a little bit longer than me, but you know,
Hey, I had to talk about it. Did it in my head straight away.
I estimated. But yeah, Hokkyo in the T110E3, 2.8k damage. Sphinx actually in the T110E5. Again, I'm not a massive fan of the T110E5 on Himmels. I just don't really feel it offers too much, so it's something we didn't really touch on.
Well, the point of the T110E5 in that kind of a setup is to watch the hill once that 1390 gets behind their E100 on the flag, so that they can't get rotated on, or they can get rotated on, but at least the T110E5 will be able to trade back, you know, hold them up a little bit, cause a bit of trouble. But in that kind of a situation where they didn't get that strat working, Horsemen, the T110E5, you're right, didn't play a role that it needed to. You know, it would have been much more useful being an E100 or an IS-7, something like that.
113 even. Yeah. So, well, that's it. Not going to work there for the Horseman. Archon in that IS-4 only dealing 917 damage as well. T4 in that Emil E2, 401 damage. So, the Swedish tier 9 tank, heavy tank, not really working out for him. But it's a little bit unfortunate there for the guys on Horseman. But yeah, 2-2. I mean, there goes my prediction. There goes Max's prediction. You're still in it.
I'm in it.
So you called 5-3. I'm hoping it won't be 5-3.
So salty, Alex.
Hoping it won't be
You're really
5-3.
trying to overtake me.
I'm trying. This is important stuff, guys. You know,
We
can't
should have
have
tracked them last season. Like, I could, in theory, go back and track them and see where we ended up last season, but
You're not going to do that.
I'm not going to. It would be a waste of time. I mean, we didn't even start predicting until like week 3 or 4 from last season, so it would be a little bit skewed anyway. But regardless, at the moment, I wonder if it is going to be a 5-3 because Horseman, to me, on mines, this could even... This one, you know, like this could go anyway. I have no idea how this one's going to go. It could be a 2-0 for Big N, it could be a 2-0 for Horseman, or it could be a 1-1. It's really up in the air.
Watch this. We're like,
Watch
oh,
this be
yeah,
a 2-0 for
Horseman.
Big Gaming. Horseman?
Yeah, watch
Okay.
this be a 2-0 for Horseman.
Yeah.
Because we're not thinking it. We're thinking, yeah, you know what, Big Gaming.
Well,
pretty good
20% win rate on the
mines.
attack of mines so far. 5 times played. It's not a great statistic for them.
Horseman.
For
Yeah.
Horseman, yeah.
So that's why they get a 2-0 it, because this match has been really weird.
Has been really weird. Nothing we've predicted in this match has gone really any way that we thought it would. The only thing that went the way we thought it would today was EL versus Karen Tiger.
Yeah.
I mean, Dark Horse beat
Did I get
Coalition
my
Zoo.
prediction right for that, by the way?
Yeah, we all did.
Oh, we all
said
did.
5-2.
We all said 5-2.
Yeah.
There you go.
I mean,
The dream.
in my opinion, Dark Horse upset Coalition Zoo, Meltdown upset Team Efficiency. Could we be
Yeah.
seeing a B Gaming upset over Horseman? Possible. It would involve winning a round on Cliff, which has not been comfortable for them so far this season.
That's right. They'll just pick Mousers and win it.
Yeah. Or E50s.
Or A50s.
Which
Oh,
is-
God.
yeah.
Please, no.
Just pick the bad APs. Just pick the bad APs.
Pick that. What else? Look, what else could they pick on Cliff? They could do something else. Like, even a Scorpion maybe on Cliff as their tier 8. I reckon that'd actually work all right. You know, get them up the hill or something like that.
No, there's no way you get a Scorpion up the hill without it taking a lot of damage on the climb.
No, from the back climb. Can it get up? It'd
I don't know. Can it do that boot? Can it do that climb?
be a struggle.
I have the Scorpion, and I don't know how to do the boost. But I know how to do the boost. I can't do the boost. I'm not good enough to it. But I don't think that the Scorpion can do that boost.
Hasn't got enough acceleration.
No.
Right, fair call. Well, anyways, look, that's a long ways away. We
Yeah.
might not even get to Cliff. So,
Well, we definitely will get to Cliff. It's 2-2 at the moment. Even if this
oh,
is
Cliff is
2-0,
4th.
we will get Cliff.
There you go.
So,
So we haven't been wasting breath talking about it.
no.
Good to know. Anyways, I think moving a little bit back to mines, we might be seeing FE4005 coming out here from the guys on B Gaming. I'm thinking maybe even an artillery piece from the Horsemen.
Or yeah, on mines, it's a possibility. It's a possibility. It would be a bit of a dice roll, I feel, though. Like, I can see it on Prokhorovka, I can see it on Steps. Mines, I think it's a bit easier to play around for the opposing team, so it would have to be really, really on point there for, well, I assume if Horsemen pick it up, it would be Spencer playing that one. So we'll have to see.
We will have to see. I mean, who knows? Maybe even B Gaming
Maybe.
could
Maybe, Alex.
could go for an
Who
artillery
knows?
base. Who knows?
Who knows?
I mean, look, I love my arties, so B Gaming, something I definitely would not be expecting them to go for is something like an S tank, because they don't really play the S tank too often on mines, and maybe something like a grill from B Gaming could.
I think almost certainly we will see a grill from B Gaming. At least on the defensive side, have User Power sit at the back, deal the damage. It almost always seems to work.
Yeah, I think so. So, well, we'll just have to wait and see. Yusishan Power, though, of course, we will definitely be having to look at him to really top the damage charts again. Be the icing on the damage cake.
Icing on the damage cake. Well, we'll find out here. Look like we're getting underway with mines relatively shortly. It's a map that's hard to predict for both of these teams. I mean, we haven't seen either team be hugely impressive on it this season so far. Neither of them really have a go-to strategy like what we see from EL. So hard to say kind of what we will actually see.
Let's find out. We have got an S-Tank for B Gaming, so we were wrong.
Oh, well, I mean, a TD S-Tank grill can do the same thing, I guess.
Yeah, fair call. Strange to see them big because they don't get too often. But anyways. Look,
I like the grill, though. I think Yusishan Power is a very, very good grill player.
Yeah, I agree. M40, M43, so they are going to be going with that artillery on the defense. I like the Kranwagen. Very good for the hill on mines. 113. I mean, you can't go wrong with the 113. Horsemen, however, couple TVP. It's basically kind of like almost the EL lineup, but with a few little changes. They've added in the 113 there. They've added in the batch at AP.
It's almost the EL lineup, except like 4 out of the 7 tanks are different.
No, 4 out of 7 are right.
What, the 3 bat chats and that's it?
No, the 2 bat chats and the 2 TVPs.
They don't take 2 TVPs.
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't.
EL do.
They take E100, Scorpion.
Oh, yeah, maybe you're right. Anyways, let's forget I'm wrong and focus on
chats.
what's happening here with the Horsemen on mines, Jordan.
Okay.
It's looking like they are pushing very aggressively, actually, on towards the defenders. B Gaming on towards that 1 cap.
There's a boost going on as well, by the looks of things here for Horseman. Or is it actually boost? No, he got spotted, so I think he just stopped it.
I think Nandesu there. He's just waiting it out at the moment.
Tiltimatil's already taken a bit of damage there, though, for B Gaming. So at the moment, the trade's in the favor of Horseman. B Gaming, it's a pretty important round for them here on Mines. It is a map that they tend to enjoy. So we'll see how they're sounding in their TeamSpeak. Let's go ahead and have a listen in and see what the atmosphere is like.
バット1をさ、下入って。
はい、はい。
来たよ。
来たよ来たよ来たよ来たよ来たよ。
いける
いく。え、こした
え、マジ？
からバレたんや。
俺の位置打たないからね。
ああ、そこ？
いや、最初言ったから。
また来るよ。あ、こん。
これのせいだ。
あ、こんまたトライしてる。
あ、こんちゃんと打てるようにしといてね。
目からこっちから打ってる。こっちの奥から打ってる目から、ここに対して。領土中30秒。このバット1打ってる。
4発。
俺さ、リクサムさ、ここ通るときさ、打てるはずなんだよ。
Well, that was a little bit of unfortunate excitement in the B Gaming camp there. Colin got spotted and taken down. Horsemen have tried to go for this boost. I think this is probably the 5th time. And it's not that I think they're failing the boost necessarily. It's that they're getting spotted and they don't want to take the boost while spotted. In the end, actually, Hawks is going to go for it.
He ricocheted a shot.
Yeah, he's gotten up there okay without being punished at all for it. So a little bit risky for Horsemen to do it while spotted. But they get it done, and I think they're pretty well in a good spot here, to be honest.
Yeah.
Now that they've got that boost going. Yusashan Power's also spotted out, so he's going to be really, or he's going to need to be really careful once Hawks get himself up on the boost.
Yeah, actually, Hawks is really going to be able to put some hurt into Yusashan Power if he wants to, because that S tank very, very immobile. Obviously, when it's you know, shooting, I think that boost is a good counter towards it. Whereas something like the grill, you'd just be able to pop a shot off, duck behind a rock, the S tank. You pop a shot off, then you have to go into mobility mode, then you have to duck behind the rock. Which takes a few seconds.
Yeah, and it's only going to take, you know, a few shots from that bat chat to take him down. Sphinx is getting really, really hurt here in the 113. I'm not even sure what. Oh, Taki is getting 3 shots into the side. Happiness to take the kill.
See ya.
And well, that's not too great for the Horsemen. That is for sure.
Faux show, and look at this. Look at this damage Hawks is doing from the hill. He is just having a free time up here against all of B Gaming. And B Gaming shouldn't have allowed that.
Archon. Archon just got
ammo
dropped.
racked. Yeah. I think that was an ammo rack there for Mr. Archon.
Sure, but it wasn't great. It's a 4v4, so B Gaming still in this one. They're dealing a decent amount of damage back. Hawks on the reload, so they're taking advantage of that, being able to utilize these positions a bit better. Riku Sam under some pressure, though. He's dropped below half HP. T4 and Yusashan Power really on B Gaming, the only ones with any HP to speak of. But it's fairly similar, actually, on the side of Horsemen. And Undesu and Hawks are the ones that kind of need to take the candle, or take the torch for Horsemen and run with it. Hawks certainly is going to be able to do that. Riku Sam can't survive here, surely. He can. I thought there was going to be someone else with a different angle to get him as soon as he poked out. OBOV does go down to Yusashan Power now, though, so we have a tank advantage for B Gaming. Albeit they don't have the health advantage.
Yeah, and look at that. We've just seen that TVP on the Horseman's side. Hawkcloud get dropped down very, very low. Nandesu, though, might even be able to... Oh, no. 1 shot away from being able to burst down T4.
Oh, he takes a big couple of shots there from the STRV. I think Riku Sam might as well have gotten one into him too. Look at how low these tanks are from B Gaming. I think it's time for Hawks to get down off that boost and get involved in this fight.
Time for him to get down and dirty. Absolutely. 2 shots left in that clip, and now it is a 3v3. The HP advantage definitely in Horseman's favour. About 900 HP in front right now. Hawks is spotted, so if he pokes out, then he's going to meet a few shells, I'm sure. But look, if he can poke down and even get 1 kill onto T4 or Ricochet with 1 shot, it'll probably be worth it. Because he's on 1436 HP. The Horsemen need to leverage his health right now.
Yeah, exactly. They need to use that health as a resource. Yusashan Power here absolutely needs to be watching this line, because if he doesn't, and T4 gets pounced upon by Nandesu, T4 will die, and Nandesu will not. The issue is that B Gaming don't really know where any of the other players for Horsemen are. I guess they know that Hawks is up in the boost, or they suspect that he's up on the boost, but they don't know that he maybe still is up there, or if he's come down. There we go, the spot comes out. They don't know where Hokyao is, though. That's the important thing. If Hokyao can get around the side of the STRV and take him down, that just basically cleans up this round for Horsemen.
Yeah.
Because that's all that's keeping T4 alive right now as well.
This is so tricky. Very, very intense high-level play required here.
Oh, Yusashan Power, this could be a mistake. This could really be a mistake.
Well, it could be a mistake. Or...
He's spotted.
Oh, okay, now it's a
surely
mistake. Yeah. But he spotted actually the TVP, so the G is up for
Unless
Hawkcloud.
T4 can get a shot on the cross, I don't think he's got an angle.
No. Oh, no, Yusashan Power is getting done from the hill, I think.
Yep.
Not spotted now, though, and suddenly Yusashan Power is on... Well, still 2 shots from death from that TVP. Oh, and he spotted out the TVP now. Is he going to go for it? Is he going to go for it?
Man mode it.
No, he'll lose that. He'll 100% lose that if he... Unless he can use the pancake.
Oh,
use the pancake!
Oh, the gun depression is good.
Oh, he gets it!
That's such a good shot from Yusashan Power. Unfortunate for Hokyao there, but T4 taking this duel against Nandesu is risky. Riku Sam, can he survive a shot?
Oh,
yes, he can.
yes.
The alpha not quite good enough for Nandesu there.
Look, Hawks is coming. Hawks is coming up behind.
Hawks has to clean up both of these tanks, and they need to get shots into him. T4, he's going to die. He needs to get the shot across, and he's done just that.
1 more shot.
Riku Sam can get a shot in as well, but he's going to go down. I think Hawks should be able to win this one. Yusashan Power will need 2 shots to take down Hawks, and the fact that User Shampoo as an STRV, it's really not quite a winnable situation for him, really.
Well, I mean, you say
He's on the
that.
defensive side, 2 minutes.
Look, let's not get too carried away with ourselves saying it's not an unwinnable situation. It's a very winnable situation.
It is a winnable
here
situation,
from
yes.
User Power.
But it's going to have to be
Like-
really well played by User Shampoo, and I would have to say probably poorly played by Hawks.
But look, User Power can just sit in a bush. He's
Oh,
got
no!
binoculars.
Hawks has lost all
Oh,
that HP.
no!
How does that happen? I could see him going off that, and
Oh
I was
my
like, he's
God.
gone pretty quick. But he's a WGL player. He'll know. But no. Now he's a one-shot to use the
He's an
Shampoo.
APAC WGL player, Jordan.
Oh.
If you could have seen Jordan's face right then, guys, it was priceless.
It was like the Elfish screen all over again.
It was the elfish groan. Oh no! Look at this. Oh, User Shampoo is facing.
Hawks can't cap either, can he?
Not now. No, it's not enough time.
So all User Shampoo, he's looking the wrong way. But he should get the spot first because he's in the bush. He's got binocs.
But the binocs only apply when he's not jiggling his turret around. Obviously, being in that S-tank. That's the only kind of dodgy thing about the S-tank, is that the binocs and...
Oh, he's just looking the wrong way. He's turned around. There you go. He's got the
okay,
spot.
Yep. That's it. That's
game, I think. I don't see Hawks winning this.
Yes, so wait to get unspotted now.
Stop moving! Stop moving, Yusashan! What? You know exactly where he is.
He could come out from either side of the rock, though.
Yeah, but... Oh, he's dead!
Yep,
he's dead!
that's
He's
it.
gone! I can't believe that. An
Oh.
STRV 1v1's a bat chat. And, well, Hawks, I think, he really didn't play that very well, did he? Like, you can't afford to lose that kind of HP when you're in a 1v1 by dropping off the side of the mine. Like, come on!
Hawks, please. Hawks, please. I'm going to tell Archon to give him crap about that.
Oh.
Like, seriously. It's I don't know, maybe the adrenaline got to him, maybe something else got to him. Because dropping off... imagine if he'd actually killed himself there.
That would have been so
Dropping
funny.
off, that literally would have been the best fail all year in 2 senses of WGL APAC. And he
Yeah.
came close to it.
Yeah, he did. Very close.
Oh.
He checked himself as well, which cost him a little bit of time. Admittedly, not that big of a deal. He had a minute or a minute and a half to work with at that point. But every little thing worked in the favor of B Gaming there. I mean, it was definitely, I think, a round that Horsemen should have won.
Yeah.
Hawks had so much HP. He was getting work done from the hill. I thought as soon as he comes off the hill here, he'll be able to use that HP. He'll be able to take the duels. He'll win them. It'll cost him a bit of HP, but it just didn't work out that way. Like, he lost so much HP taking both of those tanks down, which is fair enough. He had the HP to play with, but I just think he came in way too late to have any kind of impact in that 3v3.
If he'd come in when that 113 was on the reload from getting that first kill, then not taking the shot from it.
This
And
was
look,
brilliant as well.
Use the Shampoo. Look at this. This is like.
I mean, Hokia admittedly probably should have known he could die there.
Well, you see, I don't think so because it's an S tank. Like that tank is, it's like a alien. It's a UFO. In terms of the tanking world, so I don't blame him for not knowing what the hell that thing does, because I get confused when I see it do some things on WGL. But yeah, Hawks just took one too many shots there.
Well, not really.
And
This is what he took one too many of. He's going so fast.
is it? Well, I would be a little bit disappointed if I was Hawks. He was going fast, but it didn't look like that should have dealt 400 damage.
It's still a pretty steep decline. He kind of banged the
Yeah.
front of his tank into the ground. And that was a pretty easy clean up there for Yusashan. As soon as he got that spot, it was pretty much game over there for Hawks. 4.2k from him, but 4.2k damage that didn't secure the win, Alex.
May as well have been 0, Jordan.
May as well have been 0.
Oh, and UC Shampoo, I actually thought he'd get a little bit more than 2.8k there as well, but I mean, look, he got the W, got the win. 15 shots fired, 2.8k damage in the bank. Taki in his bat chat ended up dealing 2.3k. Hokiao's actually been really good. I like the addition to the Horsemen of Hokiao, generally speaking.
Yeah.
Richard Sam there in the bat chat, not doing too badly. Happiness. OBOV in the WZ111, not doing too much. And honestly, like Colin...
Well, yeah. I mean, it's
Colin,
unfortunate for him getting spotted out
like,
like that. Like, where else is he going to go, though, you know?
Well, you can go behind the house and still shoot.
Can you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, so, you don't actually need to be there. That's the reason why we see tanks, all the arties on the map
See,
go
I don't
behind
play.
the house.
I don't play arty
No,
really at all, so I don't
like,
know the angles.
But that's why you go behind the house, because it's a very low thing. Any artillery can pretty much shoot over it. Like, you don't actually gain that much of an angle by moving 5 meters outside of the cover to the house, so that, you know, a TVP can spot you at that view range. Because an M40, it's like a brick, you know, like at the side of a bun. It gets lit up from, you know, very far away. So,
Well, some troublesome times now for Horsemen. They've lost 3 in a row. B Gaming definitely pulling this one through to the long haul, which it was last time. Horsemen 5-4 getting the win that time. This time, it's hard to say whether or not Horsemen's going to be able to pull things back. I mean, they had a chance to win that one on Mines. I think the second half of Mines here is going to be quite telling as to how the rest of this series is going to play out.
well, yeah, that's right. We've still got a second half here in Mines. That Mines game, honestly, it felt like it went for 2 games. It was so long, so intense. I mean, if you're B gaming, all the Horsemen after that particularly, you know, you've got to be starting to feel a little bit drained after that Mines game, because it went for so long. You know, you came so close to winning 1 shot effectively.
Oh, well, unfortunate there for Horsemen. They're still in this, though. And, you know, we thought B Gaming was going to have a decent time on Mines. To me, that looked like a pretty good time, really, for Horsemen. Some errors towards the end there, which cost them the round, but it still was winnable for them, and I think the second half here is going to be winnable again for them. If they go down 4-2, though, then I can see things starting to get a bit difficult for them coming back into this one. But 3-3, you know, I think Horsemen probably can close that one out on Cliff, to be honest.
Yeah, I think so as well. So, well, the Horsemen, if they don't manage to close it out here on the second half of Mines, then yeah, we will be heading to a pretty interesting match point. But look, B Gaming here, who knows? Maybe B Gaming will flop on the other side now.
Attacking
Maybe
side.
they'll flop on the attacking side. Who knows?
Will we see an arty on the attacking side from B Gaming? I mean, they picked up on the defense, didn't do anything.
I don't think so.
Think so? Well, let's find out. No arty on the attacking side for B Gaming, nor for the Horsemen on the defensive side. A T49, I like that.
Yeah, okay, Horsemen, they're going for hill control now. They want to end this one quick. You know, they've been so drained in that last one. I really reckon that they've just gone, okay, guys, let's get the hill. Let's get hill control. Let's win from there. You know, simple as that. So I think B Gaming there, they've got, again, a pretty decent, actually, hill control lineup. T50 and the WZ111 for their 10-9, so not bad. But here we go, B Gaming, pulling up towards that 2 flag.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, let's see what Gorilla can do in that T49. He could be make or break for Horseman here if he gets a good shot off. And who knows? Oh, that's a great shot. Hokiao gets tracked. Only takes another single shot for it, but that could have been a whole lot worse for Hokiao. Horseman, though, not a great early trade. This is the, well, very similar situation to what we saw with EL Gaming and Karen Tiger. Karen Tiger on the attack kind of rushed in and tried to take advantage of those tanks on the beach and ran into a crossfire. Is B Gaming going to do the same?
It's looking like B Gaming are really keen to do the same right now, but with only 3 bat chats, I feel as though they definitely want to wait for a little bit more firepower to help them out here. Hokiao and Hawks ready for that crossfire. We do have that cap started out by Colin though, so realistically I don't think B Gaming's bat chats there have any reason to YOLO in just yet. Tiltil Matil going to be put in the Kranwagen this time. Wonder how well he'll be doing on that one.
Well, playing in the typical spot where we do tend to see a Kranwagen just stops the people or the players on Horseman here from rotating around behind.
Yep. Hokiao definitely want to look out for again tonight. Has been playing quite well so far. And speaking of rotating, Nundeso actually rotating quite far up. Oh, Gorilla. It's the WZ111. Obviously not going to be going through that with the T49's big cannon.
Yeah, I mean, pretty easy to get the resets with the T49. Pretty much every shot you're shooting is going to do damage.
If it hits, that is.
If it hits, that's true.
And another one
Go
up
for another one?
Yep, and he can. So that's actually a really good tank to get the resets on. Or get the resets with. You know, easy peasy. Bam.
Yeah?
Where's the shot? Where's the shot? Gorilla, please.
Bam. Not quite. There we go.
There you go, another 311 damage. And Colin tries to return fire. He does. Colin was watching. Colin was ready for it, but at the end of the day, Gorilla can click and press S faster than Colin can react.
Yep.
So a bit of a stalemate here on the beach.
Sashan's going for the cross though, so he's going to get across okay.
Yeah, now they're going to go
and
with
this,
Sashan.
yeah, it's the go signal for B Gaming. They're going to be able to get anything done from it. Happiness takes a big chunk of damage early on in the fight, and they're going to start to put some damage back into those Horseman tanks. Hawks goes down. Great focus from B Gaming. Now Sashan Power under pressure, gets blocked a little bit there by Taki, but in the end, Happiness does take down Hokyao. Alcon at least able to trade one back, but at the moment, Horsemen have lost two. They've only been able to pick up one. The health advantage is in the favor of B Gaming slightly, as we see Archon finding his second before going down. Again, not having a great time. I think he got taken down very, very quickly there. You know, very similar to his first round.
4v5.
4v5 indeed. In the favor of B Gaming. Health very close still, though.
Very close indeed. So Colin there on that cap. Still getting that up. I don't think... Oh, that was a miss there from Gorilla. I'm not even sure if he had those guys spotted, so... Be a big miss. Aki's still looking pretty healthy on the beach right there, so it's looking pretty good for B Gaming. Honestly, Gorilla is the only thing standing between them and a lot more cap pressure right now. Nandesu needs to rotate around, needs to get involved in this and start kind of putting a little bit more hurt down.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of a stalemate now again. Back to just waiting and seeing what B Gaming is going to do on the attacking side here. I really don't think that that cap is going to put too much pressure on Horsemen at all. They're getting pretty easy resets. I mean, they've got no worries at all about that cap in reality. It's going to come down to B Gaming, what they can do. And I think they need to do something quickly because they're slowly but surely losing Colin. I mean, Nondesu's getting in position here to take a shot into him, but he's going to be punished by Taki. And Gorilla's spotted out as well. They both need to get out of there, kind of blocking each other. It's a bit of a traffic jam there for Horsemen, but they don't get punished too hard.
Not the end of the world there for Horsemen. In B Gaming, still feel as though they're in a bit of a commanding position. Sphinx, in the meantime, we haven't heard too much from him, but this might be why. He's just spotted out Til Matil, and now might be able to take him down. Oh, no. No, he can't, because T4 there to back up his man Til Matil. Great to see B Gaming moving in pairs here, so that can't happen. Very smart play from them.
Yeah. What could Til do here, really, in that Kranwagen? If he pushes up to try and get onto the mine, he's going to be taken down by Nandesu. I don't think he can really do all that much, to be honest. It's going to come down to the bat chats for B Gaming.
Yeah. I think so. It's OBOV there in that 113. He's going to be just rocking back and forth. Oh, that's a ricochet from him. Gets a shot in towards T4, though. And now we're seeing a bit of a fight break out on the hill. I do favour Til Matil and the Kranwagen here over OBOV. Should be able to make that turret work and put two more shots.
Yeah, he's played this well. He's sitting behind the rock there, so he's not going to actually take any damage. Oh, some not so excellent rolls for Til Matil there, which is unfortunate. But T4 in the Skoda is going to pop right in and take down OBOV, so no harm done really for B Gaming. I mean, take an extra shot. Actually, the T4 Skoda and Sphinx can definitely take advantage of this. Til Matil on the reload does get taken down. Really nicely played there from Sphinx in his bat chat. He's still got 3 shots to work with. Nandesu and Gorilla, definitely very big threats here for B Gaming. I mean, if Gorilla can get a big shot here into Taki or even Riku-Sam, that could be the game.
Looking the wrong way.
He is, but he's being backed up by Nandesu and the Gorilla, who's also looking the wrong way. That's a little unfortunate. They're going to turn around just in time. Nandesu misses his shot. Now Gorilla aiming in, but he's not going to actually be able to help Nandesu. And in the end, Colin is going to take him down. What can Gorilla do? I think
he needs to get a shot off.
Not fire a shot is the answer, because he's just allowed Taki to put a free shell into him. This is Horsemen. They're going to lose this one unless Sphinx can come up with something absolutely massive.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're absolutely right. I mean, Gorilla, I don't know what he's doing. Like, he can push in, he can try and actually make a play. He's not. So, yeah, now that he's moved, Taki is probably almost free to pop out, take one shot, and put one shot into Gorilla to finish him off. Because Gorilla's not getting 2 shots, his load is down. Oh,
1 for 1. Not a great roll from Sphinx there. And a pretty decent one, actually, for Colin. But Gorilla goes down without firing a shot. I was going to say, you know, maybe if Sphinx can take down Colin here and get some shots into some of those other B Gaming players, in kind of a snipe sort of a situation. It was possible, but now B Gaming, they find 4, and Horsemen staring down the barrel of defeat.
Weird. Weird, don't you reckon? It's weird, Jordan. Seeing B Gaming just...
I mean,
like this.
Horsemen have been struggling, you know. That's why I sort
Well,
of
you're not
predicted
wrong.
5-3. I thought B Gaming was going to have enough to be able to at least challenge Horsemen here. And in reality, I'm not actually surprised to see B Gaming picking up these rounds against Horsemen because, like I said, Horsemen have not been playing that well last week in particular, and it seems to have been following on into this week as well. B Gaming have slowly but steadily been on the rise, I think is fair to say. You know, they're still not there yet, to be fair, but they're looking a bit better than they were in week 1, that's for sure.
Yeah, 100%. Well, and I suppose it was, honestly, that was a B Gaming that looked really confident on mines. You know, B Gaming in Season 1, they did have a very, very high win rate on mines. They were always comfortable on it, and that one there, they made some really good choices. The good choice to rotate an extra bat chat in before they made that beach push, that was great. A great little bit of hill play where they rotated 2 tanks to kind of counter Sphinx's lurking.
Yep.
Perfect, because some other teams might have just put 1 tank in there and Sphinx would have been able to punish them. They weren't able to punish B Gaming there.
Yeah, and B Gaming certainly punishing Horsemen. Sphinx the only one to be in the top 7 of the damage chance for Horsemen, which I think fairly tells the tale, really. I mean, it did get pretty close in the end there, but B Gaming again pulling off what was a comfortable win at the end. You know, it could have gone either way. It could have gone either way, but in the end, B Gaming just had enough to pull it through. They got the trades that they needed to, and they got the win. And now 4-2 in the favor of B Gaming. Not really where I would have expected to find us, but I'm not surprised to find us here, if that makes sense. You know, like B Gaming have always had potential this season, and Horsemen have really been struggling. So it's good to see B Gaming taking advantage of that, getting some points on the board. They've got at least 1 point now. They could potentially close it out to a full 3 if they can close out one of those rounds on Cliff, which, I mean, so far this season has been difficult for them. But if they drop the E50 strategy, I think it's going to work a little bit better in their favor.
Yeah, I'd agree with you there, I think. And, I mean, Sphinx, look, he did do 3.6k damage there. I just don't feel as though he had that much of an impact. It's weird to say when you see 3.6k, but...
Undesu uncharacteristically poor in that grill as well.
Yeah, that is a bit strange.
638 damage, so only 1 shot, and it was a really low roll in that grill as well. But it is what it is.
Yeah, only Rikisam down the bottom there for B Gaming, and still with 1200 damage. So overall, a very high damage number coming out from most of B Gaming's side.
Yep.
In that one, and yeah, Horsemen equally low.
Yeah.
Across their team. So, look, it's 4-2. B Gaming could win this. They could head on to our next map, Cliff, pull off a weird random win. But honestly, even though we've just seen B Gaming go 4-0, I reckon Horsemen are going to bring it back on Cliff. I reckon we're going to see 2-0 from Horsemen on Cliff.
Do you think they get 5-4 then in the win, Horsemen or B Gaming?
Tiebreakers, Himmels. Well, B Gaming 2-0'd Himmels.
They did.
Close 2-0s.
Yes. Would be a bit of a toss-up, I think. Would really be a bit of a toss-up. But I'm not so sure. Horseman, the Horseman that I'm watching isn't really going to 2-0 Cliff. I mean, initially on steps, things were looking really, really poor for B Gaming. They were playing very, very poorly. They were making mistakes.
Yeah.
They were letting Horseman back into the rounds, which they should have won. And now it seems like that's kind of done a flip on its head. Horseman's doing the exact same thing that B Gaming was doing. So
I guess B Gaming
unless we flip back,
warmed up, maybe.
Maybe.
Who knows? Anyways, look.
I just hope we don't see anything like a mouse or an E50 from B Gaming on Cliff.
I actually hope we really do.
No, because...
Getting excited for my mouse. I am. I'm getting very excited for it. Imagine if they win with a mouse, Jordan. Imagine that, guys. If B Gaming win with... Imagine if they win with 2 mouses on Cliff. Can you think of that? That'd be amazing.
It could happen. It could happen. I mean, when B Gaming did take the mouse on Cliff, it was, as far as I'm aware, from memory, against Team Efficiency, and it actually worked early on. They had the advantage, but that was when sort of that big comeback win from Team Efficiency happened. I think it was the 7 versus 3 that Team Efficiency ended up winning, and they kind of just ignored the mouse, regardless of who it was against. They did just kind of ignore the mouse in the end, and focused in on those targets that did the damage more so than the mouse. And eventually the mouse was kind of just driving around the map trying to get damage, and it didn't work because he was too slow.
Too slow. Yep, I guess so. So here heading on to Cliff. Yes, we'll find out what these teams will be bringing in. It will not be a mouse. Oh, we got the E50!
One E50. At least it's not two.
Yeah, that's good. It increases their chances of winning, not having two.
Well, so far the E50 hasn't won a game.
Well, I don't think it's bad enough to have a 0% win rate. I think maybe give it a 10% win rate.
Okay.
So this could be. This could
No,
be
if
the
it wins this,
10%.
it would be the 8th pick of an E50, so it wouldn't quite be 10%.
Oh my god.
Yeah. They've all been big gaming as well.
All of them?
Yeah.
You sure we haven't seen one other team pick it once?
I'm fairly certain it's been big gaming picking it 3 times. Like 2 of them 3 times. And then once they've gone with 1.
I thought one other team's being. Anyways, whatever. But either way, it's not a good tank. I think we can agree on that one, particularly here on Cliff. Like, I don't see why you don't just go for a Leopard on Cliff, because the E50, it's got armor that's useless on Cliff. So against these tanks.
Why would you go for a Leopard when you could go for a bad AP?
Well, because the Leopard can spam more. It can go for those lower percentage shots without worrying about its clip. Yeah, got
Pick
you
a
there.
T-54 then. At least you might ding some shells.
Or an Object 432.
Yeah.
But that's a bit awkward on Cliff sometimes. But look, T4 and Happiness here. 4B Gaming getting up the hill in these match chats, or at least trying to.
Yeah. Slipping and sliding back down.
Slipping, yep. You know what would be really cool? If World of Tanks had like dynamic weather. So
I don't think that would be cool at all, to be honest.
Be
That would
awesome.
that would just irritate me. I'm pretty sure.
you just have to get good, mate.
OBOV, that was unfortunate. Lost his, or took damage to the ammo rack, had to use the repair kit early on in the piece, and he's been taken down very, very low already.
Happen to sit in the bat chat trying to squeeze his way up the hill. Can't quite manage it though. And yeah, like you said, Shan Power, or rather, sorry, Tacky, in the C50, he's sitting all the way back there. He's spotted out. He's not doing anything that a Leopard couldn't do better right now. You know? So, anyways. Still a tank, can still shoot, can still deal damage, so they can still win.
Yeah. Well, just waiting really to see if B Gaming is actually going to get this boost off. At the moment, Horsemen again bleeding some free damage over. So, not a great start to this one. They've already lost, again, some
Oh,
more.
there's the ammo rack of Sphinx. He needs to repair that.
Yeah, he is going to repair it, but that's 2 repair kits down already for Horsemen.
Really bad.
And, not to mention all the HP. This is going to be a 5-2 for B Gaming.
Oh, it's going to be so weird if that's a 5-2 for B Gaming. So weird. But look, Horsemen here. I don't know. Like, they're not in bad positions. They're just giving away free damage that they don't need to. They're on the defense. They can let B Gaming sort of push into them.
Yeah.
So at this point in time, B Gaming got to be pretty happy. They have given up on that little boost on the hill. So a little bit of positive news there for the Horsemen. The Horsemen now do have full lighthouse control.
If B Gaming can get around that corner without taking any damage from Gorilla or Nundesu, which I suspect they should be able to do. Maybe Gorilla can get a shot across, actually.
Yeah, that's
Riku
what he's
Sam
there for.
spotted out. Yeah, they've spotted out Gorilla, so I'd say B Gaming's probably going to hold off on this. They don't want to peek in that direction. Just in case something goes awry, Gorilla gets a penetrating shot, you know, bye-bye bat chat, essentially.
There's a good move there, and they've also got yeah, Archon looking down there as well. So a really good, like, if B Gaming pushed out here, then that is all that the Horsemen would need to actually take them down. But
well, I would have liked to have seen them just fully commit to that and go right around at full speed. Maybe then they could have gotten around without T49 firing a shot. Archon maybe would have got 1 or 2 tops, and then they kind of just take the 2v4. Well, Archon and, well, I guess even Hokiao's not necessarily in that position.
not sure.
This is dangerous, though. Gorilla's absolutely getting a shot. And
Oh, yeah,
it
there we
goes.
go.
Not a huge one, though, into Riku Sam, and overall, they've actually taken a lot of damage. I don't really like that decision from Horsemen. They needed to go a little bit quicker than that for me. But, you know, they still have the HP advantage, I guess. Something to take away from it.
Not a great thing, though. But Oh, look, and they're
They have another crack at Gorilla.
yeah, maybe. Desu's just about reloaded
Well.
though, so they should have gone a little bit sooner than that.
Yeah, probably. Gorilla is going to go down here, so that's the first pick of the round in the favour of B Gaming. Otori might have gone a bit too aggressive here, but he's not actually taking too much damage on that cross. I thought Archon would have shots into him in the end. It's actually worked out quite nicely for B Gaming. They should be able to take down Nandesu. Otori does manage to do that. Now T4 getting shots into Archon. Till with a full clip loaded comes around the corner, and Archon, he's not going to survive there.
Going to survive that, or one more shot's all it's going to take him down, and that is going to be coming from T4. In the meantime, surprise, surprise, the E50's gone down. It's amazing armor, not quite pulling it through. And I think T4 there, look, all of B Gaming are very low, but at the end of the day, there's only 2 members and Horsemen left, and they should be able to clean them up.
This is game. I mean, it's 5-2, really, unless B Gaming do something really dumb and drive off a cliff and a couple of their tanks die easily. Even then, like Happiness and Till should have enough HP to deal with Hokyao and Hawk. So, in reality, I don't see a way out of this one for Horseman. And Happiness knows the Hawks is coming. Is he got a clip loaded? Doesn't look like it. Hawk's very close to being off the reload here as well.
God, Hawks is like so aggressive for not being on the reload. Like, oh my goodness.
But this is the kind of situation where it's really almost unwinnable for him.
That's it.
Yeah.
And the other batch had spotted, Hotcloud spotted, so I think we're going to see this closed out.
There you go. B Gaming close it out 5-2, and well, I really didn't think that was going to happen. I thought Horseman was going to come in with a better performance today,
100%.
but again, the woes of Horseman continue into week number 5.
Yeah. Look, and I think we did say that Hotcloud, maybe he's been doing okay, but
yeah,
I'm not really impressed with him. He's never been in a situation where he's actually carried a game at all for the Horseman to look like carrying a game.
No.
So I don't know. I'm kind of reversing my my decision on him. I think he's needs a bit of work to gel with the Horseman.
Well, I mean, look, he hasn't played WGL before, so you know, it can give him a couple of weeks here to get used to it, maybe even a few weeks. Like, a lot of the players that he's going up against here have got a lot of experience in this kind of a format. So
you're not wrong.
You know, you can probably cut him a little bit of slack there, but as a general rule, you can't cut the rest of the Horsemen any slack because they definitely have looked like a stronger side than B Gaming on the whole this season.
Yeah.
Not in the last week. Definitely not in that matchup,
No,
but
like they just lost
tonight
to
they only showed up on steps.
Yeah, that's strange. I mean, honestly, and I thought they would show up on Himmelsdorf a little bit more. I thought, you know, Mines, that was close in the first half, but not close enough to get them the win.
And steps to me, those rounds that Horsemen won were partly due to B Gaming playing poorly as well. Like, they just were kind of giving Horsemen a free win on those.
Horsemen certainly haven't been looking on fire tonight. There's no doubt about it. And again, at the end there, like, really, even though B Gaming sort of almost threw it, I think, almost threw it by pushing around that corner, you know, Horsemen weren't able to capitalize on that. Nandesu, you know, he finally comes off the reload, misses a shot for the first shot. You know, you can't be affording to miss those ones. Just got Otori'd.
Yeah,
So
and really you could see that this kind of a fight, it was essentially like a 4v1 and then another 4v1 and then another 4v1 for B Gaming. I mean, Archon wasn't involved in the fight early on. The TVP kind of wasn't really helping out the T49 all that much, and they just kind of got picked apart in separate little skirmishes. And it was really, really nicely played from B Gaming. They worked the angles very well. The E50 actually doing 2,000 damage for Taki, and well, it's the first win on the board for the E50.
yeah, well, good on Taki for managing that one. It can't have been easy, but over 2,000 damage. He's made it work, I guess. Wonder how much he took and blocked as well. Wonder if he blocked any. Because if you blocked more than 0, then it's worth it. But
yeah,
still, I do think it's a bad tank. Apart from that, Otori up the top, 2.6k damage. Nandesu, at least in the TVP, got a little bit out, but still wasn't that impressive. I mean, I think, the Horsemen, they need a few new strategies because not much they've actually done has worked. You know, on Mines, here on Cliff, like, that wasn't a great strategy, you know?
Nope, definitely wasn't. Their setup was not great, and taking so much damage. The 2 players up on the Lighthouse were the ones that took all that early damage for Horsemen, which really started to swing things in the favour of B Gaming early on in the piece. And, you know, it's such an important position on the map, those guys on the Lighthouse. They can either make or break the game, really. And in that situation for Horsemen, they essentially broke the game because they just didn't get anything done, and they took all the damage as well. So they were just a little bit too aggressive, peeking a little bit too much, and they got punished for it.
Simple as that. And so that's it, 5-2 to B Gaming. I mean, look, I'm sure B Gaming's fans, and they do have quite a few of them. You know, we always see them tweeting it out on either on Twitter with the hashtag WGL APAC or on the Japanese stream at twitch.tv/WGL_JP.
Yep.
I believe they also have a Nico stream going as well, another Japanese streaming platform.
It's I guess it's a
Lots
little
of
bit
fans.
of revenge really for the Japanese teams. Seeing B Gaming get the win there after Karen Tiger went down to Dark Horse last week.
Yeah.
I know things were, a little bit disappointed with how Karen Tiger played. I was watching some of the Japanese broadcast just because, and I definitely heard the Japanese commentator, like pulling out his hair.
Yeah.
He wasn't very happy with how things are going there for Karen Tiger, but hopefully he's had a good time watching that one from B Gaming.
Hopefully. Well, look, I guess B Gaming there really, I don't know, like they did show up in the end, and they brought some good strategies. They brought some good strategies to Mines. They brought some good strategies to Himmelsdorf that worked quite well. They countered Horsemen. Horsemen on Himmelsdorf really need to shelve those triple TD strats unless they could sharpen them up, because they did not look strong at all on Himmels. And yeah, need to not lose to E50s.
Yeah, so again, a very, very surprising day of World of Tanks. I mean, I've got one prediction correct tonight out of 4.
I'd probably got that as well.
And yeah, well, we both predicted team efficiency. We both predicted Coalition Zoo. We both predicted Horsemen. So you're in the same boat as I am, Alex. Unfortunately for you.
I had a chance to get one up here tonight, and I didn't pick the right ones.
No.
But even I didn't think that Horsemen was going to take this loss. So.
No, I don't think Horsemen would have thought that either. Hawks did a pretty good job, but
Yusashan Power, honestly, Yusashan Power really carried a few of these games. Like, actually carried for B Gaming.
Yeah, Yusashan Power is again a standout for B Gaming.
He is honestly one of the best players in the league.
Individually, perhaps, yeah.
Individually. So, look, Hawks here, 2.4k damage was looking pretty good. Happiness there, 1600. Nandesu with 1700. So, look, it wasn't bad by Nandesu, but and Hokyao, I mean, 1850. So I can't really rag on him too much, I guess.
OBOV, not too much done for Horsemen. Archon, the bottom player for Horsemen. Really not what we generally see. 1300 is not what he would want to have been doing tonight. I mean, really, actually, there are quite a lot of players down there for B Gaming towards the bottom of the scoreboard as well, but somehow they made it work, and it's worked out quite nicely for them tonight. 5-2. Well, it's a really convincing scoreline up against Horsemen.
Yeah, very convincing. And look, Tiltil Matilli was back in these tier 8s today, and B Gaming won.
Yeah.
You know? So I think they can definitely keep Tiltil Matilli there. That was one of my big issues with B Gaming earlier this season, not putting Tiltil Matilli where he belongs in those tier 8s. But look, guys, I think that's enough about B Gaming and the Horsemen, and it's time to find out, drumroll sound effect, who our celebrity tankers are going to be for today. And celebrity tanker number 1 is Chaka24. You see him in a lot of streams.
I think he's probably the most celebrity tanker in WGL, really, that doesn't play WGL, because I see him everywhere. You probably see him everywhere as well.
He is a celebrity.
Everyone sees him everywhere. Everyone knows him.
Yep.
He's a big super fan.
Absolutely.
Always good to have your support, Chaka.
And, well, we actually have 2 celebrity tankers today. So number 2 is going to be One Life. And, yeah, shout out to One Life for your 5 minutes of fame here on the WGL.
Probably not even 5 minutes, to be fair. Like
5 seconds.
You get your name's up there for 10 seconds max. But, oh, well, you get a shout out.
Get a shout out, yeah. So shout out to One Life, our second celebrity tanker for today.
Yep.
Remember, guys, to have been a celebrity tanker for today, you need to be watching on live.wgleague.net and logged in there to be able to see our quests and participate in them. Always fun to get them going. Of course, we have quests for a bit of gold, a little bit of premium, XP boosts, all of that good stuff tomorrow as well. So make sure you're tuning in as well.
Well, speaking of tuning in, if you weren't here all night, let's go ahead and have a look at the recap. See how things turned out tonight. It was a very, very unexpected result across the board. Really upsets everywhere. Team efficiency going down to Meltdown, their first defeat of the season. Dark Horse picking up Coalition Zoo. I think you can say fair enough. That one probably could have been a 50-50, but the fashion in which Dark Horse basically obliterated Coalition Zoo was somewhat unexpected. And then Karen Tiger. Yeah, okay, fair enough. They lost to EL Gaming. That one we all said 5-2. We thought was going to go the way of EL Gaming. But then B Gaming and Horsemen, none of us thought that was going to be the case.
No, and I thought that if Horsemen lost, it definitely would have been, you know, like a 5-4 tiebreaker. But then, you know, B Gaming, this. Every time I say this, they start losing again. But I think they're actually starting to find their groove a little bit more.
Maybe.
Because they've put Til back in the tier 8s. You know, they've used their Shan powers back, playing really well. You know, they're picking some smarter tanks, apart from the E50, and
It worked.
well, I suppose so.
Well, speaking of tomorrow, or speaking of B Gaming and how they're doing, we'll have to see how they're doing tomorrow. Here's our schedule. It's B Gaming up against Dark Wolves. A good chance there for B Gaming to get some more points off on the board and really round out a pretty nice week for them. The big match, EL Gaming and Team Efficiency after that. The second one, it's going to be an important one for both of those teams. Team Efficiency did look pretty poor today, in all honesty. If they show up like that again tomorrow, EL Gaming is just going to rip them to shreds. But Team Efficiency can definitely prove a strong opponent for EL Gaming. We've seen them do it once. Will they be able to do it again? All these questions on my mind, Alex.
They will be answered tomorrow. Don't worry. And Horseman Meltdown, it's going to be an interesting one. Meltdown been playing really well. Horseman obviously just kind of dropped the ball a little bit in that one. But, I mean, this is WGL APAC Season 2. Anything can happen, as we've seen evidenced by today's matches, Jordan. So I'm looking forward to see those ones tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to tomorrow. Team Efficiency and EL Gaming in particular is really the one to look forward to. I definitely want to be checking that one out, and I hope you guys want to be checking that one out as well. But that is going to be it from us tonight here in WGL APAC. Tune in tomorrow at the same time. But until then, I wish you a good night and happy tanking.
Use the pancake!
Oh, the gun depression is good.
Oh, he gets it!
That's such a good...
I actually hope we really do.
No, because...
Getting excited for my mouse.